with you here. So I'd always said, and I said this at my birthday party too, man, it wasn't supposed to be me. I wasn't supposed to be the guy behind the mic, the guy that got the job. Man, when I was 24, I got fired from being the towel boy. And I just was that clueless. And so fast forward, and it did end up being me. And so what am I trying to spit out here? So for the last more than 15 years, almost 16 years, I've been sitting behind this stage, or sitting behind the mic, sharing my experience with you, explaining what I've learned, join the assembly to go dig into the issues deeper, to go learn more stuff. And I've shared literally every bit that I've come across over the last 16 years. And so I was trying to figure out what do I do here? I knew a change was coming, and I'd been thinking about, how do I step down? What's a good exit strategy for me here on Problem Corner? And this week, as I was talking with the bosses, they let me know that they too, oh good, Jordan's coming in here, we're looking at a change. So Jordan, I was talking about how I was figuring out maybe an exit strategy, as I've been doing this job for about 16 years. And I've got a daughter who's 16, and I realize I've been doing this show pretty much her whole life. I've shaped my life to be able to host Problem Corner, and I've had the privilege and the pleasure to share like all the city stuff that I went and learned about. And so, like I was saying, I was trying to figure out what my exit strategy would be. What's the best way to leave Problem Corner after 15 years? And the other day on Monday after the show, they called me in the office and they said, "Hey, Wade, it's time to retire. It's time to end Problem Corner." And I was like, "Hey, I was just thinking about what my exit strategy would be." And then they said, "Hey, here's your exit strategy. Next week will be the last week of Problem Corner after 70 plus years of being on air." And at least I got to tell you, Jordan, that's what's going down, man.
Yeah, and and it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that, especially with such a long-running program as Problem Corner. And it was one of those things where, because I started working here about this time last year, and that was one of the main things I noticed every day. I'm like, oh, it's Problem Corner time.
Yeah, and I was trying to think, I've never encountered another person who hosts a radio show that only goes in for like an hour, 5 days a week. I know at KTOO they have like shifts.
They have volunteers.
Volunteer shifts, but those are like 3-hour, 4-hour shifts. I mean, they have like shows that they do, but nothing that was a 5-day a week. Everyone else that had worked here at the radio station that did radio, or that were the on-air personalities, this was their main job. They didn't have to come here every day. And so, I thought about all the number of things that I missed, because I prioritized Prom Corner above like all other things. So kids' meetings got missed, doctor's appointments ended, you name it. I stopped what I was doing. Business could be having a really rough moment. Didn't matter. I had to leave and come here. And so I just think this is take this last opportunity right here to say thank you to everybody. But the good news is we have one more week of Problem Corner where we can talk about things, we can reminisce. I'd love to hear stories about some of the previous Problem Corner hosts, because I know people have been listening that long. We had Senator Egan hosted the show for like 18 or 20 years before I came on. I took over for him when he became senator. And there was it Wally that was there was somebody before, there was like 3 hosts before that all done a pretty lengthy stint there. But to be able to take over and follow the legacy of Senator Dennis Egan and be able to sit in the seat and host the show that he hosted, that was a neat thing for me. Man, I just can't think of anything that has happened to me or that I've done over the last 15 years that I haven't shared with the community. All the the different incidents that we've gone through, all the different public things that have happened, from earthquakes that we've discussed on here. We got through the pandemic here together on Problem Corners. We all shared our fears and our worries together. And I mean, you said you got to watch it for a year. You saw
I've seen this show go up and down, left and right, and every other way.
Every other way. This was a great example. Somebody called. They were confused. They thought that even just on yesterday's show, they were like, "There's not enough city representation on the docks telling people what to do." And then today, I have an email that says, "Here's all the places that we do have volunteers that are doing exactly what you said." And I think that Problem Corner's been filled with stories like that, where misinformation or a lack of understanding of the situation got everybody feeling one way, and then as soon as you hear about it, you're like, "Oh, all right, well, that kind of makes sense." I'm thinking of the time the Twin Lakes massive playground caught on fire, right? And it was two adolescent boys that did it. And on the day after it happened, people were ready with pitchforks and torches here. And then I was able to share the information that I'd received, that the parents were informed by the boys immediately. The parents have reached out to the authorities, and the authorities are now in contact with the parents and the kids. And the right actions had taken place. And so it wasn't necessary to go and rile up the community, that it was covered. It was an accident. It was not intentional, and the boys suffered the appropriate consequences from it. And that all came through here on Problem Corner. So I think that's the only thing I'm going to miss about this, is being able to, as I go through these situations, or I learn more about the situation, and then I was able to pod up this little red button right here and say, "Hey, this is what really happened." And so social media has taken that. As I was scrolling through social media, they talked about the effects, or, "Hey, here's a warning, traffic was really backed up yesterday afternoon." Well, there must have been 15 posts about it, and everybody had comments and said, "This is what's going on." Somebody asked a question. So Problem Corners, maybe we'll call it a victim of modern technology. It's just had its time.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then you have some changes too coming on, don't you?
I do, but that's for another time.
Another time? Okay. So, yeah, this is it. You don't have to call the radio station. You don't have to send an email unless you feel like it. But next week will be the final week of Problem Corner. And, I'd really like for everybody to celebrate it with me. We could be sad. I thought about it. I was sad for a moment, but at the same time, we've gotten so many wonderful things discussed and talked about here that let's let the memory of Problem Corner just inspire us to go do awesome stuff out on our own. And we'll figure out a new way to communicate with the community.
I sure will.
All right, so next week, last week of Problem Corner, but I want to thank everybody for calling in, tuning in, and hanging out with us. And I suppose if you want to send me an email for next week and let me know, what you're thinking about Problem Corner, or what some of your favorite memories were, then KINYradio.com, click on the Problem Corner link, send your email right over here, and we will have a very fun final week of Problem Corner next week. And remember, on Problem Corner, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. Have a great weekend. I'm Wade. I'm out of here.
Problem Corner is a community service of KINY. The program is not intended for businesses or something that would require a business license, such as firewood sales or arts and crafts, or services like daycare providers. The other restricted category is home sales and rentals. If you are in need of any of these services, you are more than welcome to call. We must restrict the sale and purchase of firearms. Licensed gun dealers and any other business owners are welcome to purchase advertising by calling our office at 586-3630. And now, Problem Corner, Alaska's longest running radio program on 894.9 FM KINY.
Well, good morning, hello, and welcome to the final week of Problem Corner. Go ahead and give me a call, 586-1800, 586-1800, and that'll get you on air with us as we have a call. Good morning, welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why is Problem Corner meeting its demise?
It was kind of a mutual decision. I was thinking about an exit strategy, and at the same time, the radio station was thinking about an exit strategy for Problem Corner, and it just kind of happened all at the same time.
And it will be replaced by what?
I would imagine music at this point. I don't know what their complete plans are for KINY going forward.
You know the station, it's not going to be as popular with Problem Corner gone, correct?
I have really enjoyed being here on Problem Corner every day. I don't know what it's going to be like. It is going to be different, but I think it's going to be okay.
Wow. So when's this going to start?
This is the final week of Problem Corner. I wanted to give everybody a chance to call in one last time and get whatever they need to get off their chest, or maybe sell that one last item. And we thought a final week of Problem Corner would be a great way to do it.
Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome. So that is what the thought was. How do we have a great final week of Problem Corner? So if you got something that you got a last minute, got to get off your chest, you have an item that you'd really like to sell and you think it's selling Problem Corner, man, this is going to be a great week for that. We'll keep rolling. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Is it my understanding that because you are retiring, they're not going to have Problem Corner anymore?
It's a little bit like that.
Why don't you put it at a different time of the day when you're not working? What does Problem Corner have to do with you retiring? Because you're retiring. You don't have to retire Problem Corner.
That is definitely one of the statements that folks are making. Just because I'm going away doesn't mean Problem Corner has to go away, but they were thinking about a change at the same time I was thinking about a change, and the one thing that is inevitable in life is change. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air. All right. And then there's that little issue there. All right. 586-1800. I knew there'd be a couple of initial questions. Said, hey, I was thinking about what could I reduce in my life? What could I got to start to unwind all the things that I have. And at the same time, they're saying, hey, wait, we were thinking about unwinding Problem Corner, and there you go. I know it's not a perfect answer for everybody, but like I said, I think it's going to be okay. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Just a comment in regards to Problem Corner. I think there are many hundreds of us that listen to Problem Corner, not only here in the Juneau area, but in many of the towns in the outlying areas. You know, and I have no idea if it's outside Southeast Alaska, but I think it's one of the, well, in a sense, it's an informative program and helps many of us if we have an issue we want to bring up. And whether it's listening to you, your program is sometimes not getting out there for whatever reason, whether it's a technical problem locally. And I think it should be an ongoing program, regardless of whether it's with you or another person who chooses to broadcast. And I don't think I'm the only one who will voice this concern. I think it's one of the nicest programs. I enjoy listening to the radio, enjoy listening to the news, but I look forward every morning, have been for years, and I moved here to Juneau 30 years ago, Greens Creek,
Okay.
moved me here. So I think it's one of the nicest programs. And like I said, I don't think I'm the only one who enjoys listening to Problem Corner.
Yes, sir. And I figured I would be hearing from almost all of you this week. And if everybody wants to call and, say their final thoughts for Problem Corner, that's why instead of ending it on Friday, kind of like what's happened with Action Line, they switched to their podcast already. I wanted to give everybody a final opportunity to come and join us here on Problem Corner. And I know that everybody here at the radio station is trying to sort it out and figure out what the best next move will be.
Because I think that you just mentioned a minute ago to another caller that they're going to have it filled with music. And music is good. I've got no problem with that. But it's the issue that if we have concerns and sometimes we get aired out not only to Juneau but to the outlying areas for the concern or an answer to a problem. And I'm thinking that I would like to suggest that it continue. But thank you for giving me your time.
Hey, and you are welcome. And I have a feeling that one or two people have expressed that sentiment to the radio station management. And so I know they've heard that concern. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a call here, 586-1800, as we can discuss the end of Problem Corner. Sherry has a question. What will the 300 people that listen to Problem Corner now listen to? How can we get garage sales notices posted? What about the tax-happy peeps that complain all the time? Oh, I thought it said especially me. It says especially Mel. So, Sherry, a lot of those things can still be done through the miracle of modern social media, where tons of garage sale notices. There's like a garage sale page that brings that stuff together online, and there's a variety of those type of things that will be the next option. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I call on my grandson's birthday today week.
What's his name?
Aiden Joey Bettinger from Grandpa Hop Sing. Last time he's going to hear his birthday on Problem Corner.
Yes, sir. They still do the birthday announcements at 7:50 in the morning on KINY. That will not go away, so you'll still have an opportunity to get people's birthdays on air.
Oh, good. But who's going to call in on my birthday on the 11th week in March?
Well, hopefully somebody will call into that. It's still going to be 586-1800. It'll just be way earlier in the morning at 7:50 instead of 11:50.
But I used to have my own hour on March 11th, Wade.
Okay. Like I said, the only thing inevitable is change itself.
Hey, yeah, and another thing, be careful walking around downtown. The awnings that are bracing up, the bracings that are bracing up the awnings down there, they're flying around in the air. Wade, they're not even on the sidewalk, so walk underneath at your own risk, man.
Yes, sir. I know that they're doing everything they can to shore up those awnings and stuff, especially during this high wind day.
Yeah, that's what was scary this morning. I went down there and the 2x4s were swinging around in the air. They're not even doing any good, Wade.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we'll tell everybody to be careful today and not get blown away.
Okay, man. Have a good one. And hey, shout out to my sister-in-law up there at Sea Alaska. Thanks for lunch, June.
All right. Well, let's tell Aiden Bettinger happy birthday, and to his sister, thank you for lunch. I'll keep rolling here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade. It's Mike. How are you?
Mike, hey, how's it going, sir?
Not too bad. You're right. Change is one thing that's inevitable. Can you imagine how many things have changed since you and I started working at this radio station?
Back in 1999 is, I think, when I started working here, when I first met you, somewhere around there.
That's right. Yep, it was. I started in February of 97. So,
oh, wow.
Anyway, it's interesting to listen to all that. I'll tell you one thing, though. Oh, by the way, I think some pleasant things are coming down the road for the listeners out there. You mentioned that you can still do the birthday calls in the morning, previous to 8 o'clock. And I think some other things are coming along that will accommodate everything. And we're going to miss you, but you'll still be hanging out and helping out. But I'll tell you one thing that's not going to change, Wade.
Okay.
Gold medal basketball.
Oh, good.
Yep, and this year will be the 75th year. It's a big anniversary, and I just want to promote tomorrow. Mike Lane on Morning Brew will be doing Capital Chat, and I think he'll be doing some promotional announcements this afternoon. So for all the folks in the outlying areas who want to know how the bracketing and everything will be laid out this year for the 75th anniversary, which, by the way, starts on St. Patrick's Day, Sunday, March 17th, Tim Wilson, head of the Juneau Lions Club, president, I believe, and then Sasha Sobolov, who probably has the absolute most information, knowledge about the history of gold medal basketball and how it started, will be our guest tomorrow morning on Capital Chat. We might start that program a little bit early. I'm going to work that out with Mike Lane this afternoon, as he'll be hosting that. But for all you folks in the outlying areas that want to know when your Masters or women's or teams will be playing, we'll be doing all the bracketing, and that'll be live tomorrow morning right here on 894.9 KINY. So that's something coming up. Time goes fast. We're already almost entering into the second month of this year. I can't believe it's gone that fast, Wade.
In a blink of an eye, sir.
Yep, it has. So Valentine's Day will be next in February, and then guess what? Our next celebration will be gold medal. So I just want to let everybody know that's been wondering that we'll be handling that tomorrow morning, and we'll carry on from there. And, of course, KINY will carry as many games as possible during that whole week, starting on Sunday. The opening day will carry probably all 8 games. Then we'll do, we haven't decided yet on evening games and daytime games throughout the week on Monday through Friday. And then, of course, the 4 championship games will be on the Saturday of that week. So I just want to throw you out. Mike and I decided this morning, along with the management, that we'd be able to get Tim Wilson and Sasha up there tomorrow to do that. So we're starting to look forward to gold medal again, Wade, and I just wanted to let you know that. And all the listeners out there right here in town and all around our listening area and all the other villages.
Right on. All right, Mike, thanks for that. I will let everybody know, and you will be able to listen to gold medal games here on KINY. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade.
Hello.
I'm just so heartbroken that I've been here 40 years, and I don't listen to Problem Corner every day, every once in a while, but it's a community service.
Yes, ma'am.
And I feel like our community is really going to be missing something without people calling in and just saying, you know, their gripes or their sales or whatever. It just breaks my heart. And I think the whole digital thing, oh, just go online, is so lame. I think live radio is so much better.
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, live radio just loses ground every day. And I wish that wasn't the case as somebody on live radio, but like I said, the times, they are a-changing, and they're just trying to keep up with them.
Well, it's a real sad day that we won't have our community broadcast and our people calling in and just saying their piece, because that's what makes up a community. I'm not churchy, I'm not, you know, but I mean, I just think Juneau's losing a great service, and that's really going to hurt us.
Oh, well, I really appreciate you saying that, and yeah, we'll figure out a way to provide that information in other formats. That's what I've been thinking about.
Oh.
How can we still provide information? That's the thing that's going to be lacking here. All right. Well, hey,
Right,
thank you so much for the call.
Okay. Well, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I knew this was going to be a tough call Monday. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning, Lee.
Good morning.
I'm up here in Anchorage at ANMC, and I just wanted to say hello to my mother, Ruth Hotch, over in Juneau. And she's been a loyal listener to Problem Corner for a lot of years, as a lot of people around Southeast have been, and all over the world, as you found out. And it's a crying shame that they're getting rid of Problem Corner. I really was hoping that it was just a bad joke.
Nope, I wouldn't do a bad joke like that. That just wouldn't be polite.
The people, the owners need to realize that not everybody's on Facebook or on what those other social platforms, A lot of us depend on Problem Corner, so it's sad that it's going away. Like I said, I wanted to say hello to my mother, Ruth Hotch, over in Juneau, and everybody out there in Radio Land. And you have a great day, Wade, and sad to hear that it's going away.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you giving us one more shout then.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Ruth, listening in Juneau. I know I've heard that name plenty of times over the years here on Problem Corner. Ruth, I hope you're having a great day. I tell you what, I'm going to take one more call and then go to the break. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade.
Good morning, sir.
Well, it's too bad you guys are going to quit Problem Corner. I remember listening to that probably when it first started. I'm really not too sure.
Late 40s, early 50s is the couple of bits of information that I heard when Problem Corner started.
Yeah, it's been around forever. I'm really going to miss it. But I have a free VCR.
A free VCR? Perfect.
And I think I have a set of cables.
Cables to go with it, sure.
Yeah, if they want a VCR. And I think I might have a DVD around here, a DVD player. But I'll have to look. But the VCR, if somebody wants it, and if they want to look at some VCRs, they can grab a handful. And I have a new phone number. It's thank you, KINY, for all the years you guys gave us Problem Corner. We'll miss you.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for the shout here. He's got a free VCR. That's the perfect item to sell during the last week of Problem Corner. With cables to go with it, he's got some DVDs and some VHS tapes. And with that, I'm going to take the ABC News break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right. Welcome back to Problem Corner during this final week of Problem Corner. And in the studio with me, I hope for all 5 days. It just wouldn't be right if I didn't have you in here every day.
Well, I should be able to make it every day.
All right.
I should be able to.
Jordan Lewis, everybody. Jordan, what is the second biggest news story going on right now?
Well, I would say that our second biggest news story going on right now is probably just the weather. Right? This high wind that we're seeing, that's now led to a flood advisory for Jordan Creek out in the valley. That's not going to expire till 8:15. Now, the original high wind advisory is set to expire at 3. We'll keep an eye on that, see if that still remains to be the case.
You can fly a kite today.
I
don't care what your skill level or experience was. You could fly a kite today.
I mean, you got 60, 65 mile per hour gusts. Sure. You should be able to fly the kite.
I was just thinking that passing by Twin Lakes, I think we've lost at least 2 kites into Twin Lakes as we've flown them there over the years. And I was thinking today that would not be the case. That kite would be up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then obviously any other good news going on?
In terms of good news, well, Alaska Airlines is flying those 737 MAX 9s again. Those are back up in the air.
So they got that little plug fixed?
They did all their investigations and maintenance checks, and so they had their first flight with those ones again on Friday afternoon. So
all right.
They've been flying again.
There you go. I'd like to see the faces of the people that were sitting in that row and realize that they were in that row.
Yeah, fair enough.
Are you good with this? All right.
We also have that, I talked with Superintendent Hauser on Thursday last week, talking about the district's deficit, how they've managed to already chop off about $1.65 million of that initial deficit,
That should actually make people upset that we've been screaming at them, be like, hey, you guys aren't giving anything up. You only come to us when say more money, more money, more money. That's the only message they've ever got. And when they finally get, their feet held to the fire, they're like, oh, by the way, we didn't need to spend this $1.6 million that they were able to reduce their budget immediately. And if it was something that was more structural, it would have taken longer to have wiped it off the budget. So that's the kind of things that irritate me about them. Oh no, we can't cut anything until they had to, and then they wiped out $1.6 million. That tells me that they weren't willing to reduce spending in the past.
So we have that. We also have Jazz got a chance to speak with Commissioner Dina Bishop for the Department of Education and Early Development to talk about Senate Bill 140 and what that also means for the charter schools.
Okay.
Because there was some confusion with that bill where it made it almost seem as though the state would take control of the charter schools. That's not what it does. It just reduces some of the difficulties that are there for those charter schools to be established. So it just kind of, it makes that process more efficient for those that want to start the charter schools so they can have more options there. And then the last one I really have for you is, as the temperatures climb up rapidly, not the temperature, sorry. The numbers climbed pretty rapidly over at the warming shelter while we were in that big cold spell for a while there. So Jazz followed up with Dave Riggle and St. Vincent de Paul, seeing what they were doing down there and what changes needed to be made. So that was pretty thorough whenever we have that in the newscast. It'll be playing again here about 12 o'clock. But that was also a very important story there.
All right. Well, Mr. Lewis, thanks for coming in. I hope to see you 4 more times.
We shall see.
All right. Jordan Lewis, everybody, and the local First News director. All right. Let me go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, Wade. Hey, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in, too. I agree with everybody else. It's just a crying shame.
Yep.
I've lived in Juneau since 1962 and listened to Problem Corner every day at work and through all the different places. I mean, this is where the term Honolulu came from, with Dennis Egan. And I just always thought I'd be able to listen to Problem Corner the rest of my life through retirement. I just think it's a crying shame, It really is. I'm sure it's not your decision, but I'll just throw my 2 cents in there, too. Bye.
All right. Thank you, sir, for the call there. 586-1800. Oh, man, it did not. All right, here's one of my reasons. This pesky phone system that I got to clear out here. You hear me? All right, there you go. Got a hammer out, fixed it. Go ahead and give me a call now. I swear I'm bringing a hammer on my last day to take care of this phone system. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, I found a senior citizens tax exemption card out here at Nugget Mall.
Oh, no.
It's for...
Okay, you might be able to turn that in at the City Hall downtown. They might be able to get it back to you.
I don't drive or anything, but it'd be at the security office at the Nugget Mall.
Oh, well, there you go. That's the right thing to do. Security, Nugget Mall. Their senior citizen discount or tax exempt card. All right, thank you. Senior citizen tax exempt card. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Wade, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm bloody great. First, I want to thank you for all the time, energy, and blood, sweat, and tears that you put into the 15 years sitting at that mic.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
You've done an outstanding job. But secondly, I think it's very, very brave of you to catch spears for the new owners of that station. I know some folks on the inside there that have been in on some of the discussions with them about Problem Corner, and I know that it's a business decision. It has nothing to do with your retirement or anything else. They want a younger demographic. They want the people between 20 and 35 or 40 to be listening to music instead of talking on Problem Corner. What those Chichacos don't know is that Problem Corner, not just in Juneau, but in Fairbanks, in Bethel, in Sitka, in Ketchikan, is part of our culture, has been for 70 years. what just happened with this Snowmageddon is a perfect example of why you are important. You help coordinate and get the message out on on a lot of the issues that were helping people keep Juneau running. Same thing with the avalanche that took out the electrical lines from Snettisham. Same thing with the flood on the Mendenhall River. You know, you being able to get to the messages to the people that need it is very important. And a lot of people don't know that radio stations are regulated by what's called the Federal Communications Commission, FCC. And to get a license to have a radio station, you have to prove that you are providing a community service. And I'll tell you straight up, as a sixth generation Alaskan, there is no program on KINY that is more of a community service, not just to Juneau, but especially to the rural communities around it, that need to communicate between families and leaders of those different regions and areas. And it's a bloody shame that because their business model does not include a community service that is so important to the culture of our region, that they're going to do away with a 70-year-old program, the most popular one on your station. I bet you charge twice as much to be on Problem Corner for an advertisement as any other hour of the day. But anyway, you know, I appreciate you trying to catch spears for them, but Juneau should know this is a decision made by new people coming to Juneau that don't understand the culture of southeastern Alaska, and it is a bloody shame that they're doing this. And thank you very much for your service, not only on KINY, but on the Assembly. God bless you, Wade.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. I have to go into a commercial break. I'll be right back with the rest of Problem Corner on KINY. More. Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here, 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
How you doing, Wade?
Not too bad. How's it going, sir?
Just fine. Hey, so with Problem Corner being gone, that means we get a chance to hear more of Boy George. It seems like
I don't know that would be the outcome, but there would be more music. Yes.
Just think that we can hear Boy George more than they have it so much now. I mean, the guys at the radio station play the same top 40 menu there. I don't know if it dates back to the 1990s, and they just cycling through there, and you hear it at the same times, so many different days, just drives you nuts. So that's what we got ahead of us. Now, do you think that you might have had something to do with them just deciding to let it go? I mean, there's some of us out here in Problem Corner land that have complained about you cutting us off, and including myself many times, because you don't like what you were saying. And when you became part of the Assembly, you didn't. You kind of changed your attitudes, and you took a defense of the government, and you just changed your outlook. And people calling you, and if you had different views, you would and didn't like it, and you would insult them or cut them off.
Oh, wait a second! I never insulted anybody. I've stopped people, and no, I've never called anybody a bad name. Everybody's confused that not letting somebody just
me
run.
A couple of times. What are you talking about?
Well, I've never called you a bad name. What name are you saying I called you?
Oh, you said, well, since you didn't know, since you weren't aware of you insulted my intelligence about different things, and there's many others out there that have done this. They've done the same thing. You may not think you do. Well, I know the right answer, so here it is, and you just don't know. And that's
well. But sometimes that is the case, though. Like if I'm going and I'm saying, okay, we sat through these meetings, we've got 10 hours of meetings, that we brought the information. Here's the information that was presented. This is why we're doing that. And
when you became on the Assembly, you, instead of let people talk and rant and rave, you just decided you're going to confront them on that opinion they had. And a lot of times,
an opinion about how something works is different than how something works.
You're doing it now. That's what I'm saying. You're doing it now.
Yes, because you want everything that you're saying to just go straight through, unedited, unfiltered, and every single thought is just free to get out there. And on Problem Corner, I did have a little bit of filter there that wasn't going to be the case. And so there was some give and take there. The gentleman's concern was what did I have to do with it? Well, this gentleman's been complaining about me for, I don't know, since the pandemic, at least for 3 years. And people were complaining about me before that. So if somebody would be unwise enough to think that customer complaints were what impacted me coming off a Problem Corner, that's just not the case. Have I delivered Problem Corner all the answers perfectly over 16 years? I'm going to have to say no. I've gotten it wrong sometimes. I've gotten argumentative sometimes. I've gotten defensive sometimes. But that gentleman mentioned when I joined the assembly, and a lot of what happened was I went and got like the answers of what we were talking about. And I did actually even say in one of the interviews that I did feel like I kind of took some of the fun out of Problem Corner, because prior to joining the assembly, that was exactly what was going on. We'd complain to the level of, oh, it's fun to complain. And then I got on the assembly and I started, drilling down into some talks. I'm like, wait a second, here's the reason why it's like that. And, matters of or opinions of how something works or why something is the way it is. Sometimes those are just two separate things. And with that, I've got more calls. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, that, on Problem Corner, it's, again, like the others are talking about, that, we should be talking about why we want to keep the Problem Corner on. And the last caller who is coming down on you for whatever reason he may have had, this is not why we're trying to call Problem Corner to keep it going. We're trying to call Problem Corner to let it stay on, and I think you do a good job at what you're doing. And truthfully, I'm not on Problem Corner, nor do I listen to it all the time, but it is a part of Juneau's thing, and the reason why I'm calling is I just want to let everyone know here in Angoon that if you don't have to go out the road, please don't go out the road. Our wind is really blowing. We have some trees that are leaning way over, and we got some really high winds right now. So if you don't, please don't. We had one tree come down already. We got to go out and try to get it off the road. But it's kind of dangerous out there going out to the ferry. So if you don't have to drive out to the ferry, please don't. But there are some boats that are taking a serious pounding out there, and our ferry dock, I hope it holds through the storm. So anyway, thanks for Problem Corner for all that you guys have done, and I do hope that it stays on. And if people want to be calling about something, then they should be calling to keep Problem Corner in Alaska here, one of the very last that we have left. So that'd be the only reason, not to get on your case about anything, but to say why we really need to keep Problem Corner. Anyway, thank you very much, Wade, and you have a good day.
Hey, and you have a good day, too. All right, that does get us awfully close to the end of the show, but I think, again, try to fix it with a hammer. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade.
Good morning, sir.
I heard they're getting rid of this channel. It was on the news.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask why?
I was thinking of, simplifying my life a little bit. At the same time, the radio station owners said they were thinking about simplifying KINY, and it just came together at the same time, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's the people's phone. It's the people's phone.
The people's what?
Phone.
The people's phone. Yeah, you could call it that way.
What they call Problem Corner.
Sure.
You guys can't get rid of that Problem Corner or this channel.
They're the owners. I'm pretty sure they can do what they deem necessary. I don't. You might be confused. KINY is not going away. Just the Action Line and Problem Corner show.
That's what I heard. Yeah, it's on the news. tell the people the right thing. It's on the news,
Yes, sir.
okay?
All right.
This is Neil Head.
Neil, thank you so very much. 586-1800. I might be able to squeak one more call in here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, I was wondering, what is the predicted month and day of the last broadcast for Problem Corner?
Friday. So this coming Friday, four days from now on February 2nd.
February 2nd. Wow, that is just really weird. Okay, I need now this is why Problem Corner is so important. You know, there's a lot of kids that are out there that can't afford a cell phone. Well, there's a lot of kids that can't afford food. They're going hungry, and also their parents can't afford to pay rent. So a lot of kids are homeless. Now, in order to be successful in school, kids need a tablet. They can get a free Math Plus tablet at www.howtorelief.com. And it's how, H-O-W, 2, T-O-R-E-L-I-E-F.com. And kids are, the grades are going down because so many people can't afford a computer these days. And these kids need those tablets, and hopefully it'll help them get better grades. They're an unfair disadvantage when they don't have those laptops to do their homework with, to compete with other schools where there's places like, well, there's really rich neighborhoods where every single kid has the top-notch current model of laptops, and our grades are falling behind because these kids can't afford it. So please, parents out there, get signed up at howtorelief.com. HOWTORELIEF.com.
Excellent. I will pass that along to everybody as we get to the end of the show here. HowToRelief.com, and that could be a way to get your kid a tablet to help with their education. All right, hey, that's going to do it for Problem Corner today. I want to thank everybody for calling in, tuning in, and hanging out. You can go pay attention to the Public Work and Facilities meeting that I'll be chairing here in about 10 minutes, and we will be back to you tomorrow on Problem Corner for the last week of Problem Corner. Go ahead and send me an email for tomorrow, KINYradio.com. Click the Problem Corner link, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And remember, on Problem Corner, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. Have a great rest of the day. I'm Wade. I'm out of here. Well, good morning, hello, and welcome to Problem Corner. I'm your host, Wade Bryson. Go ahead and give me a call, 586-1800, 586-1800. Well, we got a call already. Good morning, welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am.
I am happy that you're going to be able to spend time with your family.
Yes, ma'am. I figure I'm getting about 20% of my day back is what it mathematically comes out to.
I am so happy for you, and I'm happy for your family. You have to know you did a wonderful job. You know, people think that you can solve all mankind problems, but you're one man and you're not perfect, and they should realize that. But I thank you. You helped me many times, so I'm really going to miss you on Problem Corner, but I'm hoping they'll get someone else, but you're going to be hard to replace because you know about a lot of things that happen in Juneau. You know a lot of different laws. So you're not going to be easy to replace, but it would be nice if they found somebody that could do Problem Corner. Thank you for taking my call. You have a wonderful day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you for that. And, that is one of the sad parts is that I love solving problems for folks. But I'm going to still be in town. I'm like the easiest guy to find. I got two businesses that I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time in. And if you have a problem, You can come see me. We just won't get to share the solution with the rest of the community. That's all. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade. It's Mel.
Hey, Mel. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. Following that woman with her kind words towards you, it's sort of hard to put it all together when a problem corner has been around forever. And I have lived in Sitka. When I first started, they had their own system. And when I went up to Fairbanks to my continuation in the blue-collar field, I was able to listen to Wee Willie Wally when he transferred up there. So I'm throwing this all out to, it's like a culture to all these cities that have some sort of a show that's equal to a problem corner. And you have worn many hats, and your business, I know the first business of Subway, the tragic fire, and you never quit. You started another one, and that didn't quite pan out. But you're not a quitter, and you have done a lot of good. It's kind of sad that I'm sure that it's finalized that Problem Corner is totally gone. It's something that people are having trouble with. I know I am. It would morph into bad subjects, but it was very informational, and you have helped a lot of people. And I'm just following up what the lady said. I want to wish you well. You're here in Juneau.
Yes, sir.
You're part of Juneau, and when you fill the void with something else, I know you'll find something. I just tell you right now that I appreciate everything you have done for Juneau, Wade. And again, I wish you and your family well. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate that, Mel. That's very kind of you. And yes, I'm still sticking around. I'm going to be, I'm still an elected official. I know we forget about that sometimes. All right. Well, thank you guys all so much for the very kind words. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, I want to remind you that when Johnny Carson did his last program, his last show, he was wearing a tuxedo. So on Friday, we're going to kind of expect you to be wearing a tuxedo and maybe show it online somehow or another, because this is a big thing we're losing here. So it's a very, very, very somber occasion. Now, that said, I need to remind everybody that there's a lot of division in this state right now. You know, you got Anchorage and Matsu versus Juneau, and the capital movers and capital non-movers, and you got like native and the whites and stuff, and all this like animus going on and friction going on, and like the urban and the rural, the pro ferries, anti ferries, all these things. But you know, I tell you what, as far as the villages go, one of the things that binds us together has been this program. And, you know, I think yesterday you had a guy who was giving you some heartfelt commentary about the value of this program. And it's very similar to, say, Tundra Times or Mukluk Radio.
Oh, yes.
You know,
I've heard of those. Yeah, very much.
Yeah. And you know, people don't know, I don't know if they know it or not, but there's Problem Corner in Ketchikan, Sitka, Fairbanks.
Yeah, the Fairbanks guy I've met, he's actually, I want to say, the mayor of Fairbanks hosts their version of Problem Corner. So this isn't even really a unique circumstance. It's unique to Alaska. Maybe we'll say it like that.
Well, I mean, and I don't know, there's no shortage of music on the radio. There's very little of this kind of stuff. Now, that said, a perfect example of what we're talking about was yesterday on your program. A guy calls in from Angoon and says, "Hey, Wade, we weren't aware of it. We appreciate all your service and all what you've done and what the station has done. And let's not leave the station out. They've done us a good service. And if they choose not to do it anymore, we're still thankful for what they've done." But the guy, after he's done commenting, he says to you, "Oh, by the way, everybody in Angoon needs to know that they shouldn't drive out the road today because there's a bunch of trees that are like bent over. The snow might fall, or the tree might fall. There's danger." So it's a way of people in Angoon. Look what they're doing. They're spreading important news to each other through a Juneau radio station. That's a binding relationship that we have with Angoon, okay? And that's a very important thing, and it's a sad thing to lose that, right? And that's the point I want to make here. And I think everybody is feeling the loss that's coming at us here, and I just want to let that be said. And I want to thank you for all the opportunities I've had to call you up and try and cause as much trouble as I can. And Egan had his style. He was a little bit snarky, but he had a really good talent for doing it without harming anybody. And you're more reserved. Everybody has their style, and your style works perfectly. And we're gonna miss it. So thank you for everything, Wade.
Well, I appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to go to the first commercial break. I'll be right back with the rest of Problem Corner on KINY. All right, welcome back to Problem Corner as we have some more calls. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Well, good morning, Wade.
Good morning, sir.
Anything can really happen. Could you get that bus route running into Lemon Creek now, please?
Yes, sir. I know that is high on the list, and we've been having discussions about how they're going to improve busing over last summer's less than optimal service level. And so we got a little report on that last night, and they're looking at having a backup bus for those time periods that where the tourists were taking up all the public transportation spots. So right now their goal is to not let anybody get left behind, so that way all the Juneau citizens who need to ride the bus can ride the bus.
Yeah, I see a few couples, when they get off the bus way out there, they're packing their groceries back into Lemon Creek.
Oh, I know, that's awful, and we don't want to see that. I will follow up again and see what they're looking at for this summer for a level of service down that Lemon Creek Road.
Thank you.
Hey, you are welcome, sir. You have a great day. All right, 586-1800, 586-1800. You can come and join us on air as I took the hammer out of my car last night. I think the phone system could sense it, that I didn't have my... So this person says they're a little confused about Problem Corner ending. And again, I was trying to figure out what I could start to wind down in my life. At the same time, the radio station said, hey, we're winding this down. We're going in a different direction. It just, if both people are kind of thinking the same thing, that's how we got to here. And then this person does go on to ask me, and I was going to skip this email, but they ask a very important question. What about my assembly position? Does this retirement mean you'll leave the assembly? When is your term finished? Do you plan on running for re-election? Or do you get to ride off quietly into the sunset? Okay, well, that sounds like the best option right there, quietly riding off to the sunset. Yes, I probably won't get to do that, though. I will not be leaving the assembly. My term is up at the end of, I've got like a year and 8 months left or something before I'm up for re-election, and that is way too far off to be making any judgments or predictions for that right now. So Problem Corner listener, I hope that helps you. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Well, good morning, Mr. Wade.
Good morning, sir.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning.
I remember the old KINY radio station when it was across from the Marine View building.
Yeah, that was like three owners ago.
Yeah, it was also Channel 8 television. I was blessed to have Paul Ryder get the management to hire me at 14 years old as a janitor back then. I cleaned Wee Willie Wally's office.
He was one of the former hosts of Problem Corner. Wee Willie, I've heard that name, yeah.
I knew Guy James, Ron Eddy. Like I said, Paul Ryder, I worked for him as a babysitter, but he got me a job at KINY, radio and television. Dennis Egan, he was very, very cool. And Problem Corner is going to be greatly missed. I've talked to a lot of people around Juneau. A lot of people really feel we're losing something. We are. It was all over South. The guy down in California, Reggie. I remember Jim Wilcox, the malcontent, the Alaskan Kid, all them people that used to be on the radio. Everybody liked to listen to that. It was really cool. The malcontent, the Alaskan Kid, and a lot of the other people that were on there. They were all part of Problem Corner. It's going to be greatly missed.
Yep. Well, you're right about that. You are all part of Problem Corner. And I think that's why it is going to be so greatly missed, because it's a little bit of all of us are in Problem Corner. It wouldn't be the same show if you didn't call. It wouldn't be the same show if the listeners out there weren't listening. I totally get you.
I'm eternally grateful to the radio station for having it on this long. Too bad it's going away.
All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the call, sir.
Thank you for your service.
All right. Well, and again, we do have 3 more days. Hey, I don't have a call right now. 586-1800 as we're squeaking into the last part. This is not the first time that Problem Corner had been discussed going away. At least 2 other times that I've been the host that there was a discussion, hey, we're going to switch up Problem Corner, and they never really pulled the trigger on that. But even when I first began the show, they had been having a discussion when the senator was leaving that we probably shouldn't continue Problem Corner. But they had me, and they were like, well, we got Wade, we might as well. And so I was given instructions at that point, because the Problem Corner of, the Tradio, buy, sell, and trade, had just really started to reduce. And with social media and Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, it sort of eliminated the need for one of the services that Problem Corner provided. But again, this isn't the first time they've had a discussion of Problem Corner's probably had its time. I just was around and managed to dissuade those discussions previously. Not this time. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air. Ooh, you got to get away from that radio. Let's try it one more time.
I got a question.
Okay.
Why is Problem Corner ending, and why is it not continuing?
So the story is, I was thinking about what I could reduce in my life. After I turned 50, I was losing speed and energy, and then the radio station owner said, hey, we were thinking about ending your show. And I was like, man, I was looking for something to end. I guess this is what we're doing. And that's how we got to here.
Can somebody else take over Problem Corner?
That could have been a possibility, but
somebody else.
Well, no. So instead of looking for another host. Their answer was, okay, we'll end the show. They've switched the afternoon. I don't know if you noticed, Action Line was not on. That show was also the show that was affected by the change, and that's just where we're at, man.
So that means the station's going to be unpopular, and no one's going to care for the way things are and stuff. Is that what's happening?
I think there's a component of not appreciating the public service that Problem Corner does. And they just saw it as more of, here's a show that's on, here's a show that we could move, here's a different show that we want on at this time. And they might not appreciate how it connects all of Southeast. I can't tell you how many times one of the neighboring villages or rural communities reach out to the radio station to communicate to the other rural communities and their family and friends here in Juneau. And so it's hard to explain that to somebody that's not here.
What do you plan to do then?
Well, I do own a couple of businesses, and I am on the assembly, and so I do have a wife, and I've got some kids, so I thought I might just go.
What is the plan for what's replacing Problem Corner?
We will find out on Monday, next Monday. Whatever plays through that 11 to 12 hour, that'll be what they came up with.
So that means we're going to be out of
SOL. You have it correct.
And all that.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for calling. I know it wasn't the answers everybody was looking for, but that's about as straight as I can give it to you, buddy. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Well, here we go. I'm going to switch gears real quick, and then I got to go to that commercial break. This person wants to know if the stores in Juneau and across the state could think about adding designated senior parking to their parking lots. Handicap parking is already in place, but they've seen older adults pushing carts in their snow, in the downpouring of rain, struggling to get to their cars. Just 2 or 3 spaces would help tremendously, and I'm sure elders would appreciate this gesture. To this emailer, any elder that was having mobility issues would be qualified to get a handicap placard. So all they'd have to do is the next time they see their doctor, request the handicap placard for their car, and then that way they can take advantage of those very close parking spaces, close to entrances, without having to change laws over the whole state. And so just work with what we got. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and take the ABC News break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right. Good morning. Welcome back to Problem Corner. In the studio with me now, the news behind the news, Jordan Lewis. Jordan, how's it going?
It's going all right, Wade. How are you doing?
I had a fun night at the assembly last night, and we had so much fun. We said, hey, let's go back tomorrow night and have some more fun.
Oh, isn't that just how it always goes?
We're having the joint school board assembly meeting tonight, where we're going to hear their first ask of how the city can help the Juneau School District get out of the pickle they've put themselves in. Yeah. It's going to be a long night tonight. All right, but what is going on in the news in your world?
Well, with the news in my world, I had a very good interview with Senator Keel this morning. He and I were catching up about kind of how things have been going in the legislature from his perspective. I chatted with him a bit about the governor's speech during the Chamber of Commerce lunch last week. And he also kind of gave a response to some comments made by Commissioner Bishop from the Department of Education and Development that she had made during an interview with Jazz the other day. So we have a bit of his response to that. So I'm sure folks will find that quite interesting here coming up at noon. We also have that the governor's issued 12 executive orders this month, which makes up about 10% of all the executive orders issued in the state ever since statehood. And so there's been a lot of mixed reactions about some of those. Some of those have been viewed quite positively. Other ones people have been a bit apprehensive about. So we have a full list of what those executive orders were, descriptions of what they were about. So you can check all those out on the website. I also have here that gas prices are probably going to go up this week, but there's also larger factors potentially in the future that could cause it to go up even more, such as any sort of potential Middle East issues coming up in the spring.
The Middle East has issues? Get out of here. I'm sorry. That's my sarcasm for the
I know
day.
that's your
All right.
sarcasm.
Okay. Any local good bits of news?
Local good bits of news? Well, a public agency has tapped the Alaska Heritage Institute to produce the state's first ever Alaska Native language reading standards.
Oh, wonderful.
So there's that one for you.
Well, there you go. Now, reading standards, that means like every fourth grader can read at a fourth grade level.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's looking, that specific program is targeting the kindergarten to third grade demographic, where the state's been seeing kind of the biggest struggle. So.
Oh, excellent. No, any ounce of help we get those kids, the more help you get kids in the beginning of their schooling career, the more successful they are throughout their entire schooling career. If you get them the extra assistance later, they can do better, but not near the efforts of getting to them young. So that is great to hear.
Yep. So that's about what I got for you, Wade. But everyone can hear what I've got at noon during the newscast.
All right, Jordan Lewis, everybody. Jordan, thanks for coming in. Jordan Lewis, News Behind the News. Hey, somebody has a question here, and what does this mean, they ask. The rules are different from one tenant than others. Does it mean a building has 8 different families, one apartment with a family size of 3 to 5? I see it as a whole building as a family of 8. So curious person, maybe fine-tune your question and we can help get you some of the answers to it. I'm not exactly sure what information you're seeking here. Are you looking for like tenant rules or like how the city judges a multifamily housing? I want to give you the right answer. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. All right, we'll keep going here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You are live and on the air.
Hi, I've got a Nokia for sale, brand new one. It's unlocked, still in the box. You can call or text 209-5228.
5228. All right, we'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, she's got a Nokia cell phone unlocked. 209-5228. 209-5228. All right. I didn't have to hit the phone that hard. All right, good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hello?
Hello, you're live on Problem Corner.
Oh, I will not reiterate what everybody is saying, but I agree with it. But I have a couple questions.
Sure.
And one, did I hear they are also going to discontinue Capital Chat?
No, Capital Chat and the talk shows before 9 a.m. will stay as regular or as they were previously scheduled.
Okay, I must have misunderstood.
Action Line was the one that we were talking about. That was the interview show that came on right before Problem Corner, where they interviewed like politicians and executive directors and stuff like that. That's the program that has gone away. It's switched up to be a podcast now, so that people can listen to it whenever they want.
Okay, and the other question is anybody going to convey to the new owners how disturbing this is to the community that they're removing this service? And what no one else has actually brought up, too, is it's actually going to cut off some of the access to the local government, because a lot of people call and present questions to you.
Oh, yeah.
To bring to the assembly that actually they would not bother to go on the website or contact people otherwise and be involved in the government.
Oh, no, I've tried to make it really easy for all the listeners to have a better hand at reaching out to local government. I knew that was one of the greatest services we provided here.
Okay, well, like I said, it would be nice if they say what has been happening this week on Problem Corner, how disturbed. I mean, a lot of people are calling in that are just listeners, not people who participate.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm having discussions with management on a regular basis. So I'm letting them know the information that you guys are all presenting to me. And they're hearing it too. I bet you a shiny nickel, both of my bosses are listening right now.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. All right, we'll keep rolling here. 586-1800. I wonder how long I'll remember that phone number for. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, I'm really upset about KTO ending or KINY ending the Problem Corner as well. But other than that, I think the kids of today, they don't know how lucky they have it to have the laptops and internet, because if I had those back when I was going through college, I would have had 2 or 3 PhDs by now. I used to have to go to the library, haul up thesauruses and dictionaries and all kinds of different reference books and make notes and then try to put it all into my own words so as not to get a, what do they call that when you steal somebody's quotes, direct quotes from books?
Plagiarism.
And my professors were really, really super fussy. And now you have it all in one really light laptop. You can have all the books you want, all the information you want. You have your thesaurus, your dictionary, the works. And I hated having to study, John Stuart Mill. John Stuart Mill was so complicated. I had to look up in the dictionary different words, at least 2 words per paragraph. And anyhow, but I do have some information that's going to help people out. I heard a lot of the kids are homeless and their parents are living in cars, and they obviously can't afford a cell phone or and pay for minutes on the cell phone and pay for internet. But yesterday I mentioned howtorelief.com, HOWTORELIEF.com. So you can get either or a cell phone or a tablet. But one of my friends called me up. Strangely enough, it was given my phone number by another one of my friends that I had given my phone number to. And there's another place that you can get both of them. Get a cell phone for yourself if you're an adult, and get one of those tablets for your son on Max West. And then this one you can, get the cell phone on Max for howtorelief.com. And then there's a free tablet with free internet, thanks to Joe Biden for both of those programs, President Joe Biden, but it's called EREXCESS, EREXCESS.sales, SALES, -hub, HUB.com. And that's going to help your children out. People who have a lot of money have an unfair advantage in getting good grades in school. And people who are dirt poor, living in a van with their parents, don't have that kind of advantage and are going to bed hungry. But this will give them a little bit of a heads up to get their kids a laptop kind of thing. It's a tab. It's just like a flat laptop. So they can get better grades, they can study better, they can have access to those online thesauruses, online dictionaries, and online books and study materials, science, and math.
All of it, yeah. Hey, that does bring us to our last commercial break. EREXCESS.sales-hub.com. And that is another program that could possibly make a phone or internet access available. I'm going to take the last commercial break. I'll be right back with the rest of Problem Corner on KINY. All right. Welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout. 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
You just barely made that call, huh?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Well. Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
I knew the minute them Canadians took over this radio station. I do know you remember my call a couple months ago when I said half of your show is now commercial. They are eating your show. Now, they can take their loonies as far as I'm concerned, and get on that airplane and go right back to Toronto and leave the radio station in Juneau, somebody else will buy it. It might go down for a while, but so be it. You know, they've got an agenda, and I guarantee you they've got one. And it's probably got a lot to do with gold mines. They're wanting to open that big one up there that's going to feed nasty water into the Chilkat River, which is one of the most pristine valleys in all of Alaska. They've already got a lot of trouble with that Big Chief mine down there and those waters that are polluted. And, you know, they have a bad bone to pick with Alaska anyway, because when the trade was made with Russia, they were supposed to have entries into the Pacific Ocean, but they never got any. Not one. So, you know, I knew the minute I shook Clip's hand there that day at Super Bear that he was, I'm going to call him what he is, a snake. And Wade, you can make this, you can cherry top this all you want, because I know what's going on with you, and you would have stayed at that radio station till you turned into a gray-headed old man. And they are doing this to the station, and they are taking this away from all the communities in Southeast Alaska. Now, I don't know how people are standing it.
Oh, no, people are reaching out and letting the radio station know that they're not pleased with it. And, Vicki, the only thing I wanted to share with you is that I am a gray-haired old man. That's why I shaved my head, so you can't see how much gray hair I have.
I figured that would come up.
Yes, ma'am.
But no, I still think they have an agenda. You know, I'm telling you, Wade, just trust me on this. I told you they were eating your show. They ate it.
Yep.
Now,
but I have.
They are going to lose commercial people, too. People will stop doing commercials. Now, who are they going to get to do all these commercials during Problem Corner when it's not going to be there? So
they'll have to find some other way to advertise, yep.
It's going to hurt this station. And I'm going to encourage everybody I can not to advertise with them. Because if it's this with KINY, and they already took Action Line, and I like that too. I mean, it was a way to stay ahead of what was going on, and who was saying what about what. Now, me and you have butted heads over the last, since I've been in Juneau Borough, 6 years now. But it was always a way out for both of us, and we got to say our piece. But wait, I'm sorry to see this show ending. Now, you can go off into the sunset. That's great. But they should not end this show, and that's what's brought all this to a head.
Yes, ma'am. We know that that's what the situation is, that not everybody would be sad to see me go, but everyone would be sad to see the show go. And
that's right.
Yeah. And I even have an email here. Somebody was just...
Go.
All right. Well, Vicki, thank you so much for reaching out to us. I got time for a couple more calls today. So I understand not everybody likes this change coming. However, we have 3 days left. And so over the next 3 days, if you could either share the information with me, how Problem Corner has impacted your life or helped you out, or get that last hello to your family that is residing in other parts of the country, or if you're listening in, say, Nashville or Kentucky or Southern California, or where else we got plenty of folks up in Anchorage. If you're listening from somewhere else, reach out to us. Let us know. Let's make the last 3 days like the last hurrah. We could focus on what's the change that's coming, and we could keep repeating it, or we could embrace what's going on, and let's go out with a bang. I have a feeling that if now that the cat's out of the bag, and the community has reached out and let the radio station know that they don't agree with the decision, But if we sit and we spend the next 3 days just bickering about something that's already done, it's not going to do us any good. But if we celebrate and embrace this change, then we can figure out what we can do next. Maybe that's where we should concentrate the conversation. What could happen next? Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes. I would like to know if there's going to be another platform available for those of us who have been using KINY and what we've known for years. I think yesterday I heard 70-plus years.
Somewhere around there. I don't know the exact start date of it, but it was late 40s, early 50s.
That's not the issue. Is there another platform available?
That's the question. What could be next? What's the next variation? I think you're onto something.
Well, I still think this has been real helpful to thousands of us. Yesterday I heard somebody say, well, if the 300 people, I said, no, don't go there, buddy. He's talking about maybe the 300 people who might be able to get through during this last week, but you're actually reaching out to thousands and thousands of people, not only in Juneau, but in many other outlying towns and around the world, thanks to technology. But I think that I would like to see if not KINY, I like KINY because you have a good news platform, you have Problem Corner, you have other platforms that I enjoy listening to. And now that I'm in a retirement, I listen to that all through the week, Monday through Friday. And on weekends, of course, I enjoy the music. I enjoy, the high school activities that are broadcast. So I'm hoping something else will be available. And if not, I might have to go look for other radio stations that hopefully will have something similar, if not identical, to Problem Corner. If not, maybe make a suggestion to them, and hopefully their management will see the platform that has been helpful to many thousands of us who enjoy listening.
All right. Well, hey, I certainly appreciate that, and I'm glad that you did notice that we were providing a helpful service. That message gets lost a little bit, but hey, that's our time. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. So that's going to do it for the show today. I want to thank everybody for calling in, tuning in, and hanging out with us. And I really do want the next few days to be more of a celebration. Let's take a walk down memory lane and share some of our favorite memories of Problem Corner, and maybe through that discussion we can figure out what options might be available in the future for us. All right, and remember, as always, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. Have a great rest of the day. I'm Wade. I'm out of here. Well, good morning. Hello, and welcome to Problem Corner. I'm your host, Wade Bryson. Go ahead and give me a shout, 586-1800, 586-1800. I can't tell you to email right now because we weren't able to pull emails up, so you're going to have to call. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Wade. I just wanted to say hello on the air to you one more time and tell you do an awesome job. It's sad to hear you guys are going off the air. And then I wanted to say hello again to my mom, Ruth Hotch, over here in Juneau. You have a great day, Wade.
You have a great day, too. We will tell Ruth hello. All right, giving Ruth Hotch a shout-out. Hopefully you're listening and having a great day. We'll keep going here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Well, good morning, Mr. Wade.
Good morning, sir.
And I would like to start out on some memorable things like you asked for yesterday.
Oh, please, yeah. Tell me some of your favorite memories.
Well, they're kind of funny in a way, but not. But they have to go back with Dennis Egan and I. We used to kind of be arch enemies where we hated each other and didn't like each other. Well, sort of the situation like you and a lot of other people. You're set in your ways, I'm set in my ways. Who really cares? We each have a different opinion, and that's cool. But no, one of the things back then when I was married, I had actually it was my wife's Elvis autographed baseball. And she was trying to sell this. I don't know where she got it, but no. Dennis Egan was the announcer on the problem. Somebody got mad about this because it went on for over 3 or 4 weeks, sir. But one guy called up and wished I would get off a problem corner, not advertising that, and he really put me down pretty bad. And Dennis Egan, well, everybody has their own opinion. Well, he put me down pretty bad, but everybody up and down Southeast heard this, except especially my nephew who lived in Sitka. My nephew lived in Sitka, and they heard this all the way from Juneau. Dennis Egan was in the... Well, I got on Problem Corner, and I said, well, this is in retaliation to the response of that person put me down. And I put the phone cord down in the toilet and flushed it. And it was heard all over Southeast Alaska. And Dennis didn't know what to think, and he said, well, there you go. There you go. This is in response. And you can hear the toilet flushing. And he let that go, and that was so funny, Mr. Wade.
Well, I'm glad it was funny. Right on. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot. I got another call here. I appreciate you calling and sharing that story with us. If you have a good or funny Problem Corner story, by all means, give us a shout and let us know. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, calling from out of town.
Hello to out of town.
Yeah, this program is really important to Southeast and all over. The reason why I'm saying that is remember some things that happened where it helped out through the Problem Corner. When Kate's water dam broke, everybody pitched in. Same thing with ours in Rangoon. We had trouble with our water. People chipped in and sent us water. And this program really is very important to Southeast, because look what happened in Haines when they had their landslide. A lot of people stepped up. Things like this is what they're forgetting. And to me, it's very important when we talk about our education for our children. What's going to happen if the governor needs $350,000 to decide who is going to build the gas line? And that's why I kept saying, why don't we put it to the vote to the people, Let's build that gas line where the money will go to the people. That's how important this program is to the people. And I hope they let it keep continuing on. And thank you for your program.
You are quite welcome. Thanks a lot for giving us a shout, sir. All right. We will... I know this Problem Corner program is an important part of everybody's life. And like I was explaining the other day, change is inevitable. And one thing that has come up is that there might be other options. Could we get this information that is given on Problem Corner through like a podcast or something like that? So while status quo is not going to be. Could there be other formats or options? That is a real question. I'm going to keep rolling here. If you have an answer, let me know. Good morning. Welcome to Prom Corner. You're live and on the air.
So the gondolas are $10 million shortfall?
No.
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 So I thought they were $10 million short on the gondolas.
No. We received $10 million of investment from the existing tram operators, Gold Belt, and so we partnered with them.
So I understand that part. I just thought that they were $10 million still short. Have you ever gone up and looked at them?
Yes, I've gone up and seen the gondola. The parts that are going to be outside are still outside, and they're in the staging process, so that way they could be installed hopefully next summer.
Oh, cool. Right on. I was just wondering if it got stopped or if they were short on funding or whatever was going on.
No, the only thing that came up is that they had to go to the assembly for the appropriation so that they could get the additional towers that they needed. And the one thing that everybody's criticized, they thought they needed to buy 3 additional towers, and instead they needed to buy 5 additional towers. So it wasn't that far off, and it wasn't that far out of the realm of what they thought they'd need to do. And so some of the naysayers of the gondola project really harped on that, and all that it really was something that they had already they knew this going into it, and that was part of the discussions with Gold Belt.
Well, cool. All right. Thank you.
Glad to help. All right, and with that, looks like I got to take that first commercial break. I'll be right back with more Prom Corner on KINY. So welcome back to Prom Corner, and of course, I got to fix the phones with a hammer. Eric, give me a shout back. I think I've got the line clear for you. 586-1800. See if you can't come back on here. Let me pick up a call, and then I see Mr. Lewis somewhere in here. Good morning. Welcome to Prom Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, Wade. Hey, well,
it worked.
Show your I guess something to advertise. I got a set of 4 mag wheels and tires for any year of Jeep Patriot, and I'd like $300 for them. And I never ran them in the winter, so they're not all corroded and rusty. You know,
well, that's great.
Wheels are really nice, and I'd like $300 for them. And then I just also can't stress of how much we're going to miss Problem Corner. I love that song, you know?
Yes, sir.
You know?
It does invoke emotions every time I hear it as well. All right, well, thanks for that. Let me sell your 4 mag wheels with tires, compatible to any Jeep Patriot. He wants $300 for that set. In the studio with me now, Mr. Lewis, Jordan Lewis, News Behind the News. What's going on today, buddy?
Well, Wade, I'd say our biggest story of the day is really the governor's State of the State address was last night.
What do you say about education?
Well, he mentioned his idea to, pay the teachers a $15,000 bonus versus increasing the BSA. Because
there's a lot of merit to that. And giving the teachers money directly benefits, like the one thing that everybody thinks of when they think of education. And they're wanting to do that because they don't want to give the money directly to the school districts, which may not spend the money in that same fashion, but a direct payment to the teachers, that's just directly to the teachers. No loss in that. So, all right. Well, that's a little tiny bit of good news. Tiny bit.
Yes. Although I did note this morning, I thought it was a little funny, even though I know these things are not related. I know they're not related, which was that originally the State of the State address was supposed to be on Monday night, but it got canceled due to those high winds because folks couldn't make it to town. However, also on Monday night was a rally about increasing the BSA.
There's a message out there. Yeah. All right.
We had that. We also had, we do have that winter storm warning that goes into effect at 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. to 3 p.m.
All right. If you hadn't had enough snow yet, Juneau's going to get
I can't stress this enough. It's 9 to 14 inches over the full 24 hours.
Okay. We'll see what happens with that.
So, but that means there's a chance we could break the monthly snow record if we can beat it by midnight.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Any other little tidbits of news, sir?
The last little tidbit I got for you is we got a chance to interview with the Sitka School District's new superintendent earlier this morning. So we'll have some audio of that in the newscast.
Excellent. All right. Well, Mr. Lewis, thanks for coming in and joining us here on Problem Corner.
You're welcome.
One more time. All right. Jordan Lewis, everybody, news behind the news. I'm going to head back over to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am just calling to let you know that I'm going to miss Problem Corner.
I'm going to miss you too, ma'am.
I miss my brothers that talk on the phone and my sisters sometimes from my hometown, Angoon. I live here in Juneau. And hello to all of you, and miss you and love you.
Yes, ma'am. We will miss you too. All right. Thanks for calling and giving us that shout out.
Okay. Thank you. Later.
All right. You take care. It did not grab that next phone call. All right. Give me a shout back. 586-1800. I think I have the lines cleared. I must not have brought a big enough hammer. 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hello, Wade.
Good morning.
Something that needs to be said that we're going to miss, and that is our native brothers calling in from the villages. You know, they have this accent that comes down from their native language, and it's a beautiful accent. It's a little slower, but it's a contrast to the hyper, you know, high intensity language that we hear often on the radio. I mean, it's a kind of a thing of beauty to hear. I just love listening to that. These people calling in from the village, because it gives us a break from the standard vernacular that we hear, and they need to know that they do have a beautiful tone in the way they speak, and even though they're speaking English, you can hear the native inflection in it, and it's a beautiful thing to hear.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I hear it.
Right, and you know, we don't. You know, the place I hear it more often than not is on your program. You don't. It's not. You know, not all natives have that. It's more pronounced from the villages because, you know, they're for obvious reasons. Now, you know, that's something that we should never forget, that we're going to lose when the program comes to an end. Now going to the business at hand today, there's an idea to give teachers $15,000. Well, I'm saying it's a wonderful idea. However, that money needs to be prorated according to the test scores that come out of each teacher's classroom. Like the rest of us, we get measured for our performance, and we get paid accordingly. We get raises and bonuses given how much we produce. And if the test scores, that is independent test scores, not those test scores administered by the teachers themselves, are what they are, the bonus should be prorated according to those test scores. And why not? If it's extra money, why shouldn't we not make it be a consequence of extra or better performance than the teacher down the hall? That's what it should be. But of course, the unions will cry bloody murder on that, won't they?
Yes, that would probably elicit some reaction. There's no doubt about that.
Of course, we never want to measure teachers by their performance, do we? We always got to do it in some regimental lockstep, dare I say, communist fashion. All right. Thank you, Wade, for the time.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great day. All right. We'll keep going here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, Wade, last week, I think it was last week, somebody was selling a box of records for $100. So if that gentleman is out there and if he still has the box records for $100, he can call.
All right. Well, I can make that message for you. He's got 100, or he's looking for the person that had 100 records in a box. He was hoping to be able to buy it. If you have a box of records for sale. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning. Hey, I just wanted to say that, that for us here in the small communities, we want to thank you for Problem Corner for all that it's done. We come to your community to buy foods and stay in your hotels, and sometimes we do have concerns, and we listen to Problem Corner whenever we can, and not all of us do, but it's been a big thing for our smaller communities, and I really hate to see that you guys are going, and that I hope that someday that you guys very soon will come back, because I truly believe that this Problem Corner really did keep all communities and everyone out there that does listen to it together. And if we have problems, sometimes we do get carried away when we talk about things, but overall, it's I think you've done a really good job for this Problem Corner, and and everyone else that's tried to keep it going, and for the radio station to keep it going as long as they did. That was a really big thing for all of us. So you guys are going to be missed, and I hope that that we try to keep it going rather than letting it go, because it's you guys don't even realize how you guys have made, just with your radio station, you guys have made people closer together. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you for everything, and have a good day.
Hey, thank you so very much, sir. I don't think I could have said it better myself. And with that, I'm going to take the ABC News break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right, welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here, 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. Oh, man. All right, let's try it one more time. 586-1800. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Holy smokes, I got through.
Oh, I know. It's our lucky day. What's going on today, buddy?
Well, here's the thing, Wade. I think that you're going to need to, I think the radio station's going to have to buy some kind of insurance or something to help these people survive the loss. We're going to need crisis counseling.
I find it takes about a month for me to not be on Problem Corner, to not start having withdrawal symptoms from it.
Yeah, you're going to have people withdrawing in the first 6 minutes. I can already picture people ripping their clothes off and running down the road and screaming, the monsters are coming.
Sky's falling. Yeah, I heard it.
I would just put in my voice and say, I want the radio station to reconsider. And, we don't need to keep you, but we need to keep that program running.
Yeah, I know. That's what most people say. Get rid of Wade, keep the program.
Yeah. I like them. All right, brother.
All right. Well, I'm glad I can make you chuckle. Hey, you have a good day there, buddy. Yes. What could an alternative solution be? That is a very real question. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes. Good morning. Calling from Seattle. Sad to hear you guys are going to be going off the air. With that being said, I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite listeners, Mr. Malcontent, and say goodbye to you. I'd like to give a shout out to my mother, Ruth Hodge, over in Juneau, my brothers, my sisters, nieces, nephews. Hope you guys all have a good day. Be safe. And, I forgot, we didn't mention the special bracket for gold medal for the NBA Jam session that's going to be going out in the foyer.
I hadn't heard of that yet.
Anyway, sad to hear you guys are going off air. Well, at least Problem Corner, but it was a good run. But I don't know why you guys are going off air, but you guys will be missed.
Right on. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the call, buddy. All right, have a great day in Seattle. Man, it is just not grabbing the next call. You guys have my apologies. Can't make it grab a call. I made it grab that one. All right, good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Not too bad. So what's going to happen on 94.9 from 11 till 12 o'clock? What's going to happen with Wade?
I'm probably going to have to go work my job that I do.
Oh, man.
I do own a couple of small businesses. I should probably go to them.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you guys monitor your ratings? Be curious to see, what's going to happen with KINY after 70 plus years of Problem Corner being on the air and then being shut off. It's definitely a sad thing. I was listening to previous callers how it keeps a lot of people in Southeast, connected.
And I've always appreciated that about this program, that it was more than just a way to do tradio for people to sell stuff. It was a way for people to connect. And it's a uniquely Alaskan type of radio program. Problem Corner is not unique to Juneau or Southeast. A version of this show is in many other Alaskan communities. Because it's an Alaskan kind of thing. Yeah, I hear you. That's why my mind is open to alternative possibilities. As is not going to be the status quo is not going to be kept the same. But what other things are available to us? That is the question I'm asking now.
Yeah. Yep. I remember, getting picked up on my lunch break, junior high or high school in Juneau, and listening, being with my parents and listening to Problem Corner. And I listen to it, quite often now. Yeah, it's just going to be different for a bit, I guess. First we had the adding the 907 thing to your phone to make a phone call.
No.
Yeah, and now no Problem Corner. Anyhow, yeah, thank you for putting up with a lot of stuff and doing your program.
Well, I'd like to think that we've all grown together, because I definitely did not handle things 100% all the way through this program, and I've definitely grown as the years have gone by. But I've also watched the listenership grow, and we started tackling a few more serious topics, and that part is going to be missed. And so, like I said, there's alternatives. What could we do that is within our control? There's a possibility for me to have a podcast. It's been brought to my attention. And so, as in life, when you're faced with a change, it's how you adapt to that change that makes us successful. So that's why I just wanted to have everybody's best memories. And let's end this on a super positive note. How has Problem Corner been a positive impact on your life?
Yeah, for sure. So Friday is going to be the last day?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for all the memories for you and Dennis Egan. Those are the only two people that I remember,
Well, that would span almost 37 or 38 years of Problem Corner between Dennis Egan and I.
Yeah. Well, good job.
Right on. Well, I have this expression that I've come across. If you ever find yourself cringing at something you did in the past, it means you've grown. And when I look back and think of some of the dumb things that I've said on air, some of the incorrect things I've said, the fact that I can recognize that they were dumb and probably not the best thing for me to say does mean I've grown a little bit, and so that's the best hope I can have.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Right on. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the call today, buddy.
Okay, thanks. You have a good day.
You too. I got time for one more, and then I'm going to have to head over that last break. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
All right, I made it.
You
Good morning.
made it.
Good morning from Angoon.
Hello to Angoon.
And like everybody else in Southeast, we're feeling isolated. And Problem Corner always comes through with familiar voices.
Yep.
When you're late for a birthday announcement, if you have news for another town, you know, all these things come in handy. And Problem Corner is almost essential. And I mean that because it connects a lot of people in Southeast, just as our ferry system. And we're all connected.
All right, welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here, 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns about my. I have so many nieces and nephews, and so many grandnieces and grandnephews, and now great-grandnieces and great-grandnephews that you can't throw a pebble in Southeast Alaska without hitting one of my nieces and nephews, grandnieces or grandnephews, or great-grandnieces or grandnephews. So I'm extremely worried about the level of education, which is really why I want to make sure that them and all of their friends get this very important educational assistant that their parents can apply for, or if they're going to college, if you're over 18, you can apply for it. But get your kids a tablet and or a cell phone that is paid for all year long. They get, and you just have a reapplication process at about 11 months to recertify, and you get another free year, and that goes on ad infinitum thanks to President Joe Biden. It's a governmental program, and it's they can contact them and get the free cell phone and or tablet at howtorelief.com, HOWTORELIEF.com. And there's also another place that you could get one or the other at. So you can get both of them for your kids. It's called erxs.sales-hub.com. It's EREXCESS-sales, SALES, hub, HUB.com. And so you can get both of them. You can only apply for one of them per household. And so I suggest getting one from one of them. The internet is paid for completely by the United States government, and the cell phone bills are paid for completely by the United States government, and that helps those kids get their good grades, which they're going to need so much in their future. And thing that I learned thanks to one of my best good friends, Jeff Peterson, is basically a Shakespearean scholar, as am I, but I wasn't aware of this new tool that they have of some books that could make any kid a Shakespearean scholar in the very easiest way. And there's a book series called No Fear Shakespeare. It has on one side of the page, each time you turn the page, you have on the left side of the page, the book pages, the old English version that Shakespeare wrote himself, and then they have on the left-hand side a modern-day English interpretation of those same words. So anybody can be a Shakespeare, no pain at all. It's so easy. And I never understood these things until I started taking college courses in Shakespeare. My parents forced me to do that. And I hated Shakespeare when I was in high school and middle school. But it wasn't until I took the college classes that my college professor, who I became best friends with, thanks to John Perkins, he gave me some. Mom and Dad hired him to give me Shakespeare lessons over the summer.
Well, you got about 30 seconds left, sir, if I can get you to wrap up.
Okay. Also, I want to have a protest every full moon because the full moons fall on different days of the week, so it'll open it up to everybody. It's on mooninfo.com. The next full moon is Saturday, February 24th. After that, it's March 25th. And then after that, it's April 23rd. And after that, May 23rd, June 21st, and July 21st. Full moons, they all fall on different days of the week, which would open it up to everybody. But I'd like to get protests outside the radio station to get Problem Corner put back on the air every full moon until we get it done.
Oh, there you go. All right. I will let others know. He wants to get everybody together to protest the ending of Problem Corner under the full moons. All right. Yeah. Let me know. I'll show up. Just wondering when and where the protest march is going to start to protest the end of Problem Corner, asks Joe. Bren says, I met you 2 years ago in the lobby before your show from Scranton. Oh, man, everybody loves folks from Scranton. I even gave him my number. All right. I'll miss hearing you every day. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm going to miss it too. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Grandma Nine calling from Sitka.
Hello, Grandma Nine.
A shout out to Grumpy Grandpa. And I just wanted to let you know that Hurricane Maggie was a baby when you started.
Yes, ma'am. She's what, 16 or 17?
I think she's 17 now. And Billy Bones will get to hear his happy birthday on the air on the 19th.
Billy Bones is 19.
No, his birthday is on the 19th.
Oh, on the 19th. I was going to say, because I actually remember Billy Bones. I announced his first birthday was one of the first birthdays I ever announced on Problem Corner. How old is Billy Bones now? 16?
14.
14? Okay.
I believe he'll be 15. Yeah. And
all right. Well, Billy Bones definitely sticks in my mind, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants his initials, middle initials is TK, and he's trying to change his nickname to that. So it's a hard change for me. So I used to call him Billy Bones, but send a shout out to him too for the 19th on his birthday, and also any prayer warriors out there, keep him in prayer because he's really having problems with his ears, both of them. I mean, like major problems. So just keep him in prayer. He's too young to be having those kind of problems. And then there's Little Miss and Mary Berry. And I told my daughter, send a farewell to Bryce. And tell him Maggie was a baby when he started. As I kept hearing you saying 16 years. So, and she's 17.
Yeah, that's what my kids said, actually. They're like, you're not going to be doing Problem Corner. You've done it our whole lives. That must mean we're adults now.
Yeah. And I'd like to say I hope it doesn't go away, that someone else will pick it up like what someone else said. It doesn't have to be you. It could be someone else. How many radio announcers we went through, how many Problem Corner persons we went through.
Actually, none. It went from Senator Egan to myself. And I've had a couple of hosts do it. Problem Corner is not a favored task in the radio industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a favor to listen to, like everyone says, from everywhere.
Yep.
Not just Juneau. Like someone said, only 300 listeners. No way. Well,
I know. I always use that joke, too.
And look at how many are already gone and how many new listeners you have now.
Yeah, a new 300. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I just wanted to give a shout out and I told Grumpy Grandpa to call in. I've been waiting for him to call in and say something because his first thought when they said that Problem Corner was going away, when his mother moved to Juneau, she was staying at the Mountain View, and KINY used to have that on the air bingo, and she was a bingo fan, so she had us going getting her bingo paper so she could play that bingo on the air. You had to call in when you bingoed. That was just a memory that we had of his mother, and she was a faithful KINY listener and Problem Corner. And I always wonder, what were the traditions of people that got ready to listen to Problem Corner? Hers was to, get her coffee ready, put it in her thermos, and go and sit at her table and have her coffee and listen to Problem Corner.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me to hear.
Yeah.
That's just so sweet of you, ma'am. All right. Well, thanks for giving us a shout today.
Have a great day.
You take care. One that sticks out in my mind, there was an office that had an office manager that banned office meetings from 11 to 12 so that all staff would be available to listen to Problem Corner. Do they still do that? I don't know. Let me know. I went over the time. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. Your last call of the show. We got to be quick.
Hi, Wade. This is Willis.
Hey, Willis.
Hi. I just want to say I have very happy birthday to our sister Barbara Franks up there in Fairbanks, from her brothers Willis and John Marvin, and from all the co-hosts.
All right. Will do, buddy.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
The side joke, Barb, yes, Mom was there when you were born. Thank you, Wade.
All right, Barb, your mom was there when you were born. Happy birthday to Barbara Franks. And that does bring us to the end of Problem Corner for this Wednesday on the final week of Problem Corner. How about shoot me some emails for tomorrow and Friday, KINY radio.com. Click on the Problem Corner link and share with me your favorite Problem Corner story. Till next time, remember, on Problem Corner, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. Have a great rest of the day. I'm Wade. I'm out of here. Well, good morning. Good morning. Hello, I'm Wade Bryson. I'm your host for the next two shows here. Go ahead and give me a shout, 586-1800, 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, I'm calling to say that I have a bag of movies and some...
Are they DVDs or VHS?
DVDs, and I have some Xbox games, and you can call me at... and make me an offer.
All right, we'll do, buddy.
And everybody watch out. There's lots of snow outside.
Yeah, it's still coming down. Hey, thanks for the call. Let me sell your bag of DVDs and Xbox games if you're in need of DVDs or some Xbox games. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Lee. I just want to say one more time, you did an awesome job. And it's sad to see you guys go. And I was the one called about saying hi to my mom. And like I said, she was a loyal fan forever and ever. And her name is Ruth Hotch over here in Juneau. She's really sad to hear you guys are going. And you have a great day.
All right. You as well, sir. Thanks for that. All right. Giving a shout out to Ruth Hotch. Ruth, thank you for listening all the years. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning. I have 100 vinyl record albums for sale, and I'm asking 100 for them.
Ooh, somebody was looking for you yesterday. All right. Somebody was. Let me see if I wrote a note.
Well, he found me.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, that's awesome.
If it's who I think you mean, he found me.
Oh, good.
But this is something else. These are other ones that I have for sale.
Oh, well, there you
200
go.
I'm going to sell to him, and then these are 100 others.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of records.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, And my number is...
All right, we'll do, buddy.
Okay, thanks, and have a good day.
You have
Bye-bye.
a good day, too. Well, I'm glad we're getting those records sold for that gentleman. $100 for 100 records. Oh, and it did not pick up your call. Sorry. Again, guess we have the hammer out to fix them today. All right, one last one here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Go Huna.
Go Huna. How's it going, buddy?
Good. Go Haynes.
Oh, go Haynes. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah, Huna, Haynes, whoever wins, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm with you on gold medal too. But yeah, Wade, I just want to say, gee, I can remember back in my days, the late 60s, when I think it was Willie Willie.
Yep, Wee Willie is the name that I heard before Senator Egan. And so you take Wee Willie's decade or 17 years? I don't remember. Senator Egan did it for 20. I'm in my 16. I mean, so Problem Corner's definitely had some long-term hosts.
Yeah, Wade. Yeah. Well, it's like everybody else. I miss you, but
I'm going to miss you too, sir.
Times are changing, I guess. But last time I'll say, don't forget DIA election, but hopefully we'll have it in March.
DIA elections. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I really appreciate you guys used to announce it for us. So.
Oh, yeah. Anytime somebody gave me community information, I made sure I got it out to the community.
But, yeah. Well, okay, Wade, I just thought I'd say, yeah, he did a good job, He handled it. People have their different opinions,
Ain't that the truth? Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, Wade, I just say hi to my family up in Haynes and Tennessee and Hunter from the Steak Lane Tom, the Cuts. Say that for the last time. Okay, Wade.
All right. Hey, you
Thank
take
you.
care, sir. Thanks for the call. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right. Welcome back to Problem Corner. Man, the same person I think is calling, and it just won't grab the phone call. Sorry about that. But I have good news. In the studio with me now, Jazz Garrett. Jazz, what's going on? News behind the news. Oh, let me hit all of your buttons. That'll probably help.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a tiny bit. Okay, so what's the news behind the news, ma'am?
So, of course, the main news story today is that we're in yet another winter storm warning that is set to expire at 3 p.m. today. And then we got word from the Weather Service that it's very likely, although not official yet, that we probably broke the monthly record for January
No,
for the
nothing
snow.
quite like breaking records. Holy cow.
They said they'd have those numbers in a couple days or so with the official results, but
okay.
yeah. So, and the Juneau School District is operating remotely today. The special budget meeting is still set for 5:30 p.m. There's a Zoom link for that on the district's website. And then the University of Alaska Southeast is also operating remotely today due to the weather, of course. And
all right.
but CBJ offices are open now, so
Excellent.
yeah, just going through the winter storm.
All right. Well, as soon as it stops snowing, we can get rid of all of it and get back to business. All right. Any other little tidbits of good news for us today, Jazz?
If people are interested, the Pat Creek Bear viewing reservations are now open. I believe it was April through September on Admiralty Island. So if you want to go look at some coastal brown bears, now's your chance.
That is good news. All right, Jazz. Always glad to have you on the show with me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Jazz Garrett, everybody. News behind the news. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, let me let you know. Hi, this is Corey Peradovich. I'm a disabled veteran, and I am in search of housing. I've been approved for the Vashon HUD. I don't party. I have really good references. But since I had cancer in 2019, I used up my FMLA. I used up everything I can, lost the job, lost the car. So I have a negative strike against my credit, but overall, I'm a happy-go-lucky, do what I can kind of guy. I don't look at stepping stones, but stumbling blocks become stepping stones for me. But I'm in a pickle. The place I was supposed to move into burnt down, and I'm literally homeless. And I need a place. I'm able to house sit and dog sit and pet sit. I'm willing to do what I can. Any housework needs to be done, I can be reached at. The Vashon HUD housing voucher through the VA is very strict and limited. That's the problem I'm having with housing. I've been on housing lists for about a year. The maximum for the Vashon HUD is $1,437 for a one-bedroom that includes all utilities. For a two-bedroom, I'm approved for up to $1,846. Again, that's if all utilities and expenses are paid. If I have to pay for oil or electricity, that price differs. I am waiting heart surgery, and I cannot get heart surgery until I get a place to stay. And it needs to be for 12 months through the Vashon HUD. And if anyone is able to help me, I've been going through all the resources with my low immune system. I cannot be at the Glory Hall. Last time I was at the Glory Hall, I ended up in the emergency room. So I'm quite a special case. If anyone is able to help me out with immediate shelter, even just for a temporary stay, house sitting, dog sitting, or what have you, even a couch or a spare room would be great. Again, where I am house sitting now, the family comes back tomorrow afternoon, and there's no place for me here. And all my friends and family from the past have moved out of Juneau. So the medical is better here than my small hometown of which I grew up. That's why I'm remaining here. I speak with my cardiologist every 6 months, and I just need help.
All right. Well, let's see if somebody out there can give you a hand. Good luck to you, Corey.
Thank you.
All right, you take care. All right, Corey needs immediate housing. If you can help that gentleman out. All right, this person sent me an email. I've kind of... so this person is going to miss Problem Corner. So please tell me where I can sell my card table that's missing one leg that I bought from Kmart in '93 for $20. I'm only asking $50 today only. Wade, in your retirement, please open a Taco Bell, reopen the incinerator. The school district needs to dispose of JDHS. The city can assume that facility is City Hall. What's up? Gonna miss all those Problem Corner callers. And thank you, Wade, for explaining things the way they actually are. Well, thank you for the very kind email. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, thank you for all your years of service, man.
You're welcome.
And get so used to hearing you on the radio every day. You know, without you on there, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same.
I agree with that. Yes, sir.
I think we should just keep it going, you know. But I say,
yeah.
I'm down to my wits on my Cadillac. I'm gonna let it go for $500. That's really cheap for somebody. It needs a new water pump. That's the reason why I parked the car. It needs a new water pump. But the fuel pump, the regulator, the pressure nozzles, the alternator, the 7-point pickup, the spark ring, everything inside the distributor was replaced, and it just needs a new water pump, so it doesn't need to be towed. And, or hauled. I mean, $500 is a good price. I mean, I hate to let it go for that much, but that's what I put into it, just for all the new parts.
Oh, sure.
So,
what's the phone number there for you there, sir?
It's
all right. Hey, thanks for that.
All right, that 89 Cadillac.
89 Cadillac that needs a water pump He only wants $500 for it, but you got to get it towed. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, I called earlier, but I forgot that I wanted to share a story about Dennis Egan when he was still doing Problem Corner.
Sure.
He had a lady called up and she misspoke. She said she was trying to find a crackpot puller.
A crackpot puller? Okay.
Dennis said, did you mean a crab pot puller? She said, what did I say? He said, you said crackpot. And they both got a good laugh out of it, and I think everybody did that, heard that. I just want to share that, Wade. Like I said, we're all going to miss you. Have a great day.
I'm going to miss you, too. You have a great day. A young lady has a men's wool fedora hat. The brand is Two Roads. It was made in Australia. Brand new. Didn't fit her husband. Paid $200, asking $115 for a wool fedora hat by Two Roads. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Thank you for taking my call. I really think that we should really keep Problem Corner because I look at it as educational. So to me, the school could really use this because you really get to know how life really is. Because when you're a child, you're living with your parents and they're taking good care of you. You don't know all the ins and outs of life. But when you listen to Problem Corner, you start learning a lot of things. So I'm happy that you're going to be able to spend time with your family because that's very necessary. But I sure will miss your show. I tell you, I really will miss your show. Thank you.
I'm going to miss you guys, too. I have a meeting with the bosses after Problem Corner today, and we're trying to come up with what an alternative might look like. I can't continue doing Problem Corner. It's not going to continue as we know it, as we've known it for decades. But what could be next? That is a very real question, and a lot of people are thinking on it. So something will happen. I just don't know what.
I think education, and they're talking about education now and the schools and what we need and things.
Oh, yeah, we definitely would have been talking about that, no doubt about it.
Yeah, so the thing is, you know yourself, you had to take your daughter down south. You knew somebody that was a principal and stuff, and that made things better. And I know other people have done the same thing to help their child, whatever situation it is. So I don't know. I think Problem Corner should go under school learning.
All right. Well, I will bring your 2 cents to the meeting with the management.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I got to go to a break. This person, like many others, grew up listening to Problem Corner. My favorite part was Egan and the AK Kid. Short talk show. They had always made my day. Thank you, Wade, for stepping in, continuing what we all love and miss. Hello to everyone, and hope everyone had a good day. Again, huge thank you to this program. Side note, hope someone can record tomorrow's last show. Well, that's a thought. We'll see what happens. All right, and with that, I'm going to take the ABC News break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right, welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here, 586-1800. Well, I'm waiting for that phone to ring. Hold on, somebody wrote me a poem. Sometimes you guys really nail these poems. Roses are red, Problem Corner listeners soon blue. If this is really the end, I bid farewell to the crew. Problem Corner to most was to buy, sell, and trade. For others to vent, for others to fill that certain time every day. We'd listen and laugh at what our fine people say. Countless callers over the years, the angry, the shrill, the clowns. 1105, not just Juneau tuned in, but other southeast towns. Hosts we knew well, hosts that filled in, all deserve heartfelt kudos before this show ends. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Wade. Thanks to others whose ears they did lend to this, to the happy, the glad. They always brightened our day. Things for sale, or I'd think no way. The show reminds us we're unique as Alaskans, no other place. A brisk, or an hour a day, but really much less. We'd listen till noon, at times a brisk pace. Now, Monday through Friday will not be the same. Of this you can be assured. As the locals called in of the stories we heard, some made sense, some others absurd. The community service is now lost, but let's hope ring true. Perhaps we'll find a way to express our concerns, so stay tuned. Turn on your headlights, use your blinkers, slow down. As traditions fade, new ones will be found. Roses may be red and violets may be blue. It's just a radio program, and all things come to an end, or so the cliche goes. Tomorrow's a new beginning. For what it brings, we yet do not know. Goodbye, Problem Corner. That's so hard to say. Thanks for the memories. Now let's call it a day. Jesse, that just is so special. Thank you for taking the time to write that. I'm going to go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Assemblyman, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, sir. How's it going?
Life is good. It's almost Friday.
Oh, well, this week, maybe we weren't looking forward to Friday.
You know, this week, one of the things that has probably come through loud and clear, my friend, is that this show and the job you do on it is desperately appreciated and needed and used by the people of our region of the state. It's a part of our fabric. It's a way to communicate between communities, not just different towns, but communities within the towns. The different demographics and ages and you know, people with different issues and concerns and beliefs. And I've got an idea that I hope you don't that you don't hate too much. But for all of you people that have called in and said you don't want to see Problem Corner go away, I've got an idea for you. Let's start an SOS program. And everybody that wants to keep this program, go to www.kiny.com and in the subject bar, put SOS, Save Our Show. And you can put whatever kind of message you want underneath it. But the main thing is SOS in the subject bar, and send it to the management of KINY. And let's just melt that computer down in there and show them how well this show is liked and how much it's going to be missed. Okay? KINY.com SOS. What do you think about that, Wade?
It is another opportunity for people to express their opinion, so it's probably not a bad idea. If that's that way, people can get it off their chest, and yeah,
and these new owners and managers from Seattle can keep their music in Seattle and let us Alaskans live the way we have for 70 years.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, like I said, I'm meeting with management afterwards, and I will reiterate your points.
You have a great day, my friend.
Hey, take care, sir. All right. Thank you very much for the call. This person says, having been born and raised in Juneau, I had to leave in the mid-'80s as there were no jobs for new college graduates. As a kid, I loved listening to Wee Willie Wally and later Dennis Egan. I like how you handle the community issues and you provide insight that has value. I've been a listener from the Mile High State for years, and the show is giving me insight to what's going on in the town when I talk to my brother, who is still in Juneau. I have to reiterate the caller from yesterday. The joy I hear, the voices of the Native folks that are in surrounding communities. This program has given a great forum for diversity. I look forward to seeing what is next to fill the void. Thank you so much for that email. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning. My name is George.
Hey, George.
I'm going to miss Problem Corner also. I have to put my thoughts into that. Anyway, I'm a senior also. I'll be 77. With this snow, you know, there should be some kind of emergency for the seniors, you know, that I pushed twice already and my back's feeling it, you know, and I have a single-family home and not much help. But I was just hoping that Lincoln Heights Essential Council would, you know, some of the workers might hear me, invest in a snowplow and help those who are still at home, you know, and want to stay home. the snow just don't stop. I was out there twice now, so and, I can only do so much. And anyway, I'm just calling out to emergency, for looking to hide. See Alaska. They travel a lot. I know they have enough to buy a snowplow that won't break their bank.
It wouldn't surprise me if they already owned a snowplow.
Yes. See, and they need one for, I'm a shareholder of Sea Alaska, and they get big money, and it won't hurt. I know it won't hurt. There's all kinds of buildings going up that are native, and I wish they, just I'll think it out loud. I guess, wishing that they get snow plows for here. Even the villages, they have a hard time too. And the last question I have is, are you guys going to broadcast gold medal?
More than likely, they will broadcast gold medal. Yeah, that's been something they've been doing for years. All right.
That's good. I'm going to miss you guys. So take care. Have a good day.
All right. You take care as well, sir. Thanks for the call. All right. 586-1800. That might sneak in as it's just not grabbing calls. What is? All right. My favorite all-time memory of Problem Corner, patiently waiting for George's response to the on-air wedding proposal. Oh, I do remember that. They have many memories of growing up listening to Problem Corner, from the radio to TV, to TV Channel 12, listening to Gold Medal. And I love the Problem Corner song. Going to miss hearing my favorite theme song. Could we please put that theme song on the website? Thank you for all you do, Wade. Enjoy your 11 to noon, Wade. You deserve it. Going to miss our 11 a.m. daily meetings. Yeah, I'm going to miss them too. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Time's running out.
Faster than we know.
Yep. Just want to wish my friends over there and family over there and a happy birthday. Beatrice Brown, Albert Hinchman, and then Gus Davis, Kyler Glenn, and Ramona Sturz over here in Juneau. And have fun shoveling.
Oh, I bet some people are today already.
Oh, yeah. I'm done.
All right.
Have a good one, Wade.
Hey, you take care. All right. That brings us to the last commercial break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. All right. Welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here. 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade, I just have to call in and really say I'm so, just like others, so bummed out. Problem Corner is going away. I don't listen all the time. I listen a lot. And I just can't say, like, new owners, that's things to say there. But, and I know they have multiple other radio stations, like even 97.5 right now. It's a recording of a different talk show. Like, just move it to another frequency or something, because this program means a lot to a lot of different people in many different ways. And I hope it can be like the Phoenix and rise from the ashes again. But whatever you guys do, don't make it exclusive to some social media platform or something like that. Having it on radio is accessible to everybody. You can tune in on your car, you can tune in on the villages, you can tune in on your boat, tune in at your workstation, on your computer, on a radio, but Problem Corner, it can't go away, man. It just can't. So I'll listen on air, but I hope the owners are listening to the sentiments of the listeners. The listeners are what makes the radio station.
They've absolutely been having discussions about the listener's response. That is definitely part of the conversation right now.
Okay, good. Because, I mean, I'm not alone, and I know you're getting calls and calls, and I really appreciate everybody calling in and saying how much they love the show. It's great to listen to. You got to remember, that's probably 1% of all the listeners. Thousands of people are listening to the show right now, and they probably all feel the same way, pretty bummed out. You've done a good job, and, I can't imagine no Problem Corner. It's weird, man. It's a unique show. It's Juneau is unique, Southeast Alaska is unique. The show means so much to so many people in so many different ways. So I hate to see it going away. I really hope it comes back in some form and fashion on the radio and not a digital. Because like senior citizens listening to this, they're not going to be able to sign up to a podcast on Spotify and download this and that. Radio is accessible to everybody. It's free. It's got great accessibility for advertisement. So do not let problems.
Yeah, they just kept AM radio. They were looking at letting AM radio go away, and AM radio has been proven to be so important to Alaska that they stopped discussing that. They're like, oh, wow, these people are using AM radio.
Yeah. Depending on what part of town, and you can only listen to AM, or it has to be FM. It just kind of depends what mountain you're nearby. But, just got to say, it's sad to see Problem Corner. I'll let other people call in, but I really want to hear some good news in a few weeks, even if the show maybe is just a Tuesday, Thursday show, something, but
Gotcha.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. Like I said, I'm meeting with them. I'm going to tell everybody, or I'm going to tell them all the 2 cents that we have gathered from you guys. 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, didn't you say once, Wade, that you had a counterpart up in Fairbanks or Anchorage, and they actually were allowed to sell guns and stuff on their program?
I don't know to the accuracy of that part, but I do know that there is a Fairbanks Tradio type show. I don't know Anchorage's status, but the mayor of Fairbanks actually hosts the Fairbanks show.
Well, maybe we all ought to start listening to the Fairbanks radio station instead of Juneau station, and all the people around could listen, via the, online and comment on there. You know what I mean? We could just become part of their show and forget about KINY, because we sure don't listen to KINY for the music. I'll tell you, I don't really care for Queen and Madonna and,
Gotcha. Yeah. Like I said, I'm meeting with them. I'm going to tell them all this information that you guys have said, but it wouldn't surprise me if the bosses aren't listening right now. They probably are.
Yeah. Well, maybe that would be another alternative. We could just take. It doesn't cost any more to call Fairbanks and get on their radio station, and everybody could wish people in Hoonah and Angoon happy birthday and just be on their program. Anyway, bye.
All right. Hey, take care. All right. 586-1800. I can sneak maybe a couple more calls. Somebody asked me the question, do you think they considered having a small focus group to look at some format changes to keep it alive? Like I said, this was a huge decision for them, and I know that they've talked about it at great length. That's all where we're at on it. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hello?
Hello. You are live on Problem Corner, ma'am.
Hi, I just wanted to put my input in about Problem Corner. I really hope the new owners change their mind and continue with the show.
Yes, ma'am. I will, like I said, I'm going to chat with them after the show here, and I will let them know what everybody's saying.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Hey, you take care, ma'am. All right, we'll keep going here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, I just thought I'd call in. Might be my last time. I tried, and, I'm calling from Angoon.
Well, hello to Angoon.
I'm elderly, too, and I'm an avid listener to Problem Corner. It sure helped out a lot of people, like I said, for Baines and Angoon when we had water problems and cake. Now I hear that they had a landslide in a few places. Wrangell was one of them. I couldn't remember the other one, but, if it's not broke, why try to fix it? Problem Corner is something that a lot of communities in Southeast, not only Southeast, but you hear them calling from lower 48 that listen in on it. And it's always good to hear some of them, recognize their voice when they call from lower 48 to let us know how they're doing. And that's why I said if it's not broke, why try and fix it? So I just have one last word I'll say it in Trinket, so people will somewhat understand it. Peskia Kuske. It means foolish and unwise. So I hope they think a lot about this program. Okay, thank you for the program.
All right. Hey, thanks for giving us a shout, sir. You have a good day. Keep rolling here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, good morning, Wade. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good, except having a cold. It's very sad that tomorrow is the last day of the Problem Corner. Family and friends are going to miss everyone hearing them on the radio.
Yeah, that is going to be one of the unfortunate parts.
I wanted to let you know, this is Hazel Shorty. I made it to my 1 year and 11 months. Next month is going to be my 2-year sobriety with no cigarettes and no drinking.
Congratulations. That is impressive.
I made it through all the holidays. That was a tough one. Thank you so much for the station, and I hope you do, guys. Will continue it every day.
All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the call today, ma'am.
All right.
Hey, you take care. All right. 586-1800. I think I can sneak one or two more calls in. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade, I just want to say your station is hooked up to every community in the Southeast, and even down south and up north. And I remember when the ferry came into Juneau here, Governor Egan said this is going to tie Southeast Alaska to all the state. And that's pretty much what your station does with your Problem Corner. Let everybody vote on it, and we'll vote you to stay forever. God bless you.
Hey, thank you for that, sir. You have a great day. All right. Problem Corner forever. We'll see how that goes. All right. 586-1800. Sounds like we're giving everybody a chance to say goodbye. And you know what? That's actually the best part of this ending, is that very seldom do things go out with a bang. Over the years, I've noticed as I've had things end in my life that it'd be great if they went out with fanfare and celebration, and normally things just don't end that way. I'd always predicted that I would host a Problem Corner show. The bosses would come get me after the show and say, hey, can you come chat with us? And they would say, Wade, thank you. That was your last Problem Corner ever. And not give us all a chance to say goodbye. And we've been granted that opportunity. It's change is inevitable. It was going to happen. And I've repeated this before, and I'll tell you guys again. Before I took over Problem Corner, they were talking about how to end Problem Corner. And then when I had the opportunity to take over for Senator Egan, there was another conversation that they were like, hey, Wade, the show's not doing the buying and selling and trading. So we were thinking about getting rid of it. And I was like, no, I want to do this show. And so we did the show. And then later on it was a few years later, again, the conversation came up, hey, it's probably time to end the Problem Corner show. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing it. Let me keep doing it. And so we've had Problem Corner longer than what we might have had it. And so we were blessed with extra Problem Corner time. And I got to thank management. It would have been way cleaner, way less problematic for them, for me, to just, when they told me 2 Mondays ago that was it, and then no Problem Corner show on Tuesday. It could have gone down like that, but it didn't, because the radio station is thinking about Southeast and thinking of our listeners. And while Problem Corner, as we all know and love it, 11 to noon on the AM and FM station, is just going to change, and hopefully we can change it into something that is beneficial to all the people that have been benefiting by Problem Corner. So I got to go. It's the end of the show. Just want to remind you that I do love you guys so very much, and my life will never be the same after getting to spend the last 16 years chatting with all of you through Problem Corner. So let's make tomorrow's the most special Problem Corner ever. And with that, remember, on Problem Corner, there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. Have a great rest of the day. I'm Wade. I'm out of here. Bye. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and welcome to Problem Corner. I am your host for the day, Wade Bryson. I was going to say it was our last day of Problem Corner, but I'm going to drop a little teaser tidbit of news that I have. It's not the last Problem Corner. Ooh, I'll get to that later in the show. However, it's the last version like this that we know. I'm going to go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade. How you doing? It's been a good run, man.
It's doing pretty good, man, and I'm glad to hear your voice there. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Hey, I'd like to find out if I can buy from someone a full-size wooden rocking chair, the old school kind.
Looking for a wooden rocking chair.
Yeah, just for a reasonable price. Someone's got one out there. My name is Jeff. You can give me a call.
Jeff, I hope you get your wooden rocking chair, and you take care of yourself. It's good to talk to you, buddy.
All right, Wade. We'll see ya.
See you around. All right, Jeff's looking for a wooden rocking chair. If you have one of those, adult size. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yay. Happy trails to you.
Till we meet again, ma'am.
Meet again.
All right.
Hey,
how are we doing today?
Well, I read Wednesday's paper. But you were on the very front page.
Above and below the fold, that's a first for me.
Well, I tell you what, Wade. No one loves you more than you. But
oh, that's not a very nice thing to say. I don't behave in that manner.
Hey, come on. Hey, I've been listening to the floor sessions and whatnot and the hearings going on. So I didn't hear yesterday or the day before the show. But has anybody mentioned your wife, Christine?
Maybe one visit. A couple of folks have congratulated me on being able to spend more time with my family, and I'd have to put my wife into that category.
Yeah. Well, Christine, we want you to know that we feel for you, okay? Because now you get to have to listen to all the whys in the meetings. But, you know, Wade, we appreciate what you've done, but I knew it wasn't going to be the end of the show. But you wanted it to be, it sounded like in that article, because you wasn't there. But they will find somebody. That Mike guy filled in while you were whatever a few months ago, and it worked out.
Yes, ma'am. So they're in discussions of what another variation could be, and I might be able to speak to that later on in the show.
Yes. Another variation. But I don't think putting your daughter in the seat is the right answer.
She's not ready now. I was hoping that I could have got her ready, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
And the beat goes on. Okay, Wade. See you at the assembly.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you for calling and listening so diligently and staying aware of things. That's just warms my heart here. One more here, and I think I've got to take that first break. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade.
Morning,
sure.
sir.
It's going to be sad to see the program end. I'm going to miss it just like everybody else.
Yeah, me too, sir. What's going on?
200 vinyl record albums for sale for $100, and my number is...
Let me sell your records one last time, sir.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right, 200 records for only $100. Sarah says, hey, Wade, big thank you for hosting Problem Corner all these years. You had to fill big shoes after Dennis Egan left. You did a good job. As for everyone else who has voiced, Problem Corner has been a way for family, friends, and communities to use Problem Corner as a way of communicating between communities and villages of Southeast and around the state. We will all miss being part of the Juneau history. I sure hope the new owners change their mind and keep it around. Thank you for always trying your best at keeping us informed. And they also want to wish a happy birthday to cousin Royal Jackson, having a happy third birthday today. Royal Jackson III, a very happy birthday today. He's a manager. He's not 3. Sorry, I misread that there. So, Sarah, happy birthday to Royal Jackson, and thank you for the compliments. I'm going to go take that first commercial break. I'll be right back with more Prom Corner on KINY. All right, so welcome back to Prom Corner. I'm going to take a call, and then I got a special little announcement here. Good morning. Welcome to Prom Corner. You're live and on the air. Nope. All right, maybe they just wanted me to get on with it. Right now, I've got not only the news behind the news. Oh, one more. There we go. Are you with me? Are you with me, Jordan?
There we go.
Hey,
Now I'm audible.
You're sitting in the wrong spot. Okay, so I can't tell you guys how special I feel right now. I have the 2 news guys of the town. I have not only Jordan Lewis, the news behind the local news first, but I got Mark Sabatini in here from the Empire. This is like the coolest moment I've had. So this is exciting.
I don't know. You see me every day.
I see you every day, and I see Mark like every week, but I never get to see you guys together. And so here we are at this moment. Jordan, what do you got for us? Because you've got a tidbit of news, and then I've got a tidbit of news.
Yeah, so I have a couple of things. I think the most important one for today's show is mainly that. So about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, we got an email from Senator Murkowski's team, and it was her giving a statement about her thoughts and feelings about Problem Corner coming to an end. Now, that's been in the newscast all day.
Wow.
And so she talks about how she used to watch it when she was going to school back in like middle school. She could remember the old theme music, and so she sort of hummed and sang a little bit of that in the clip as well.
Get out of here. That's amazing.
And so I sent it to you, so maybe during the next break I'll show you how to get that going.
We can play it like lightly underneath all of our talk, and we'll just keep playing it the rest of the song. I think that's a great idea.
So we have that. Beyond that, I have obviously larger general news topics from around town. There was actually 2 structure fires last night. I know a lot of folks are aware about the North Douglas
Mike
one.
Hatch, that's awful. How bad is that building? Is it a complete loss?
I'm not sure on the current damages amount. We were talking with the fire chief a little while ago, but that will be in the newscast. We did also learn that there was a fire over in Schweitzer, pretty much right after the North Douglas fire. So when we were talking with the fire chief, he was like, yep, we had just finished on North Douglas, and then immediately got the call and then went right on over to Schweitzer.
Oh, wow. Okay, so did they say anything about, is it a total loss there? Or?
I haven't heard anything from that. They're still investigating the cause for both of those fires. We do know that nobody was hurt. That's the big one there.
Oh, good.
So everyone was okay. Now, along with that, we do have a couple other interesting stories. SB 173, if I'm remembering off the top of my head right. That had its first hearing last week. To just say mixed results, I think would be fair. That was a bill proposed that would have Alaska schools have to pay to have a armed volunteer guard at the schools.
There's got to be a better solution than that.
So, but we have that one shared to the Facebook page as well as on the website. But really, Wade, those are our big ones that I've got for you today.
I've got a bigger one than that.
What do you got for me?
This is not the last Problem Corner show. So yesterday, Cliff, the boss, called me into his office, said, Wade, we figured out how we could do a hybrid version that people could listen to at their own conveniences. That will include callers. I'll have a phone number for you that you can call your Problem Corner comments in. It's not going to have the same live flair that we do every day. However, a little bit of Problem Corner that you can listen to conveniently once a week is better than nothing. And so I figured I would just take that instead of nothing. So I thought that was somewhat good news that there is going to be another version. We're calling it Problem Corner.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, let me take a call. Jordan, thanks for coming in. If you got to go back and start like working and all that.
I got to get back to finishing up the newscast.
Oh,
I know.
Gosh. All right. Well, go get back to work, Jordan. Hey, thanks for coming and letting me share that.
Of course.
Bit of news with you. That's one of my favorite pieces of news I've ever shared with you.
There you go.
All right. Jordan Lewis, everybody. News behind the news. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hi, Wade. I was just calling just to give my opinion as a local and as someone who's talked to many of the locals. I just think it's a shame that this is the last Problem Corner. And a bigger shame that Angel Montgomery's being taken off the radio. She's a fan favorite. I don't know if the new owners realize that or not, but she carries a lot of weight, and it's just a shame that she's going to be taken off. It's just not what the locals that I've spoken to really want, and it kind of just seems like the beginning to the end. So just wanted to give my opinion on that.
No, I hear you, ma'am, and I love Angel. She's like my favorite person here, and Angel is still on the radio.
On Mix 106.
Yes, so I know that they're going through some learning curves, and they're listening right now, and I'll repeat the information for them, and we'll see what we can do.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, you take care. Hey, I did want to remind everybody that, well, first, Angel is not being taken off the air. Angel is still on air. She might have some different times. She's got a couple other responsibilities. Angel's just so important here. But that's the great part about it, is that we're trying to come up with a better way. And just to give a little bit of reference, when the Burnses came on, like 20 years ago, 17 years ago, 18 years ago, they're somewhere in that range. It was a while ago. Maybe not even that. When the Burnses came on, they did some changes too, and they kind of went through the same thing. And at the end of the day, the best things won out. And I have a feeling we'll have something similar to that. All right. Did it pick up a call? It did. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Weed.
Good morning, sir.
I just wanted to say hello to my mom, Ruth Hodge, again over here in Hoona, and I'm glad. What did you say? That's going to be a once a week thing, maybe?
I'm going to record it. It sounds like I'll be recording it on Thursdays or Fridays. I'll give you guys emails and phone numbers so I can get your voicemail, and I literally will be able to do the same functions for you guys, and it'll be more like a podcast as opposed to a live radio program, which is just a more modern version of what we're doing here.
Yeah, that, like you said, it's better than nothing. And like I said, my mom, Ruth Hawks, has been a loyal listener for a long time over here in Hoona, and I wanted to say hi to her and everybody else out there in Radio Land. Have a good day, Wade.
All right, you as well. And so that's a great example of a recorded like phone message that you're going to be able to give to me, and I'm going to be able to get that onto Problem Corner for you, and you'll be able to still have communication with everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Oh, Wade, I had to call you, especially with it being the last day.
Well, you heard my good news that they're allowing me to do it in a more modern version, like a podcast, so I can still have like recorded calls, and I can get people's emails. I know it's not the same thing, but it's better than nothing. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Exactly. Better than nothing, man. And this is someone who's actually had to sit in that air chair, had to fill your shoes when you weren't there sometimes, man. So that's why I had to call.
I know. It's not as easy as everybody thinks it might be, is it? To sit here.
No, it's really not. But there's some things that I really took away from Problem Corner, like when I would have to sit in the air chair sometimes.
Oh, please tell us.
When I wouldn't have to do the morning show. I loved connecting with the people at Southeast.
Oh, I know, it's the best.
One thing I agree all week that they've said, like they call from all these different villages. You get to connect with them. They're relaying information that might not necessarily get out there in ways you think, and they're using the medium of radio to do that. And I just loved Problem Corner for that, man. Just all the stuff you would hear that would go for sale, all the stories you would hear, everything. It all tied into community, and that's exactly what it embodied, and that's what we loved about it.
There you go. And I did just get a message that Problem Corner is going to be on 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. So before you got to get up and start running around, or if you've finished with some garage sales, you'll be able to sit there, have a cup of coffee, and listen to this week's edition of Problem Corner. Saturdays at 9. That'll be our first
I love it.
commercial
it's a great
for
idea, man. And I mean, we blossomed a budding friendship out of this too. So
absolutely.
a lot came out of Problem Corner.
And I feel really bad. I did not call you last time. I owe you a dinner, sir.
No, I just wanted to call and thank everybody for putting up with me when I did have to fill in the air chair. Dano is still here. I'm on Taku on the weekends, and I do sporting events and things like that. And still coaching wrestling, too. So.
Oh, right on. And you know that you were my inspiration. As we were trying to end this and trying to figure out what we could do, and I was thinking, God, what it's going to be like to come off every day. and be a part-time problem corner. And then I'm like, wait a second, I'm going to just follow in Dano's footsteps. I can do that. So there you go, man.
Yeah, no, I had to call and say goodbye to everybody. It was an honor to sit in that air chair and be a part of Problem Corner's history. So I just wanted to say thank you to you. And, of course, thank you to everybody in Southeast that listens.
All right. And and I did not forget I owe you dinner. All right. Good to talk to you, buddy.
All right, man. I'll take you up on that.
All right. We'll see you, Dano. That is Dano, everybody, hanging out in the radio station. And when he couldn't do it all the time, then pick up the call. It did not pick up your calls. Please call me back. Oh, there we go. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade. Good morning.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Good. I'm surprised you're not getting flooded by day labor inquiries on the last day, since you can't, kind of deal. I figured that would be the perfect day for day labor.
Are you looking for work, sir?
I just wanted to call and thank you for all the years of sitting in the chair, listening to all of us calling in. And, I hope this new venture for you goes good. And, take care. And make sure to play the song on KINY just to bring up nostalgia for all us Southeast Alaskans.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Thanks, buddy. All right, we'll see you. Thank you for the kind words. I've got time for one or two more calls, and then we'll go to the break. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, I'd like to thank my grandnephew, Robert Jared Lewis. He's quitting drinking and will study to be a certified nurse's aide in order to be my full-time caretaker. I'd also like to thank all of the citizens of Juneau for tolerating my intermittent binge drinking, as well as telling me so many jokes during my darkest times, which helped pull me out of depression. When my mom, June, and dad walked into the woods or passed away, as well as during my first two marriages and subsequent two divorces. Marriage, to me, has now become a four-letter word. It's true that laughter is the best medicine, and all of the laughter my friends and Problem Corner callers shared with me did more to cure my depression than my therapist ever did. You're going to have a podcast, and it's going to be on Saturday at 9 a.m.?
No, the podcast you'll be able to listen to at any time. Somebody sent me a message reminding me that a podcast requires a computer and internet connection. The show will be broadcast on air on KINY Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. And then if that's not a good time for you, you could listen to it at your convenience on a podcast.
I was also thinking maybe they should have a link from Problem Corner or from KINY Radio to Problem Corner chat room.
I think they call that Facebook.
I hate Facebook. My ex contacted me because of Facebook. I was stupid enough to put my first and last name on it, and my ex called up or charged me up and started harassing me constantly. So I canceled my Facebook account.
Yeah, not everybody has one. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot for the call. We appreciate you giving us this shout here. I'm going to keep rolling along as I only have so much more time in this last regular Problem Corner here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning, Wade, and a happy last show as we know it.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been listening to your show for years and years, and I just wanted to make a comment about something I had heard earlier, that Angel's show has been canceled or is moving?
No, Angel is just getting so busy at the radio station. They have her on afternoons because she's, part of the team. She's just got so much going on. So while I know they don't have her in the mornings to wake up to, I believe she is still on in the afternoons.
Well, as much as I love to listen to her, I'm really disappointed. Unfortunately, I won't be able to tune into her anymore, as I'm sure most other people won't, because, I listen to her on the way to work. And so when I listen to her at, I won't be able to listen to her at 2 o'clock. That's not even a lunch hour. And for how much participation she has in her games and how much participation she has in her, what is it? I was going to say TikTok, but it's that the Tinder Fridays and things like that. She has so much participation in those kind of things. And now, unfortunately, I know I'm not the only one that can say that I won't be participating in that anymore, and I won't even be a listener. So I think that was a really bad choice for them to move her to the afternoons.
Yeah, like I said, we're going through some changes and learning curves, and hopefully we'll land on the other side correctly.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that they reconsider that, because I think that was, as well as changing Problem Corner around. I love listening to you, but unfortunately I like listening to you live more than I'm going to like listening to you as a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'll still tune in here and there, but, you know, it's really fun to get to call in and talk to a real person about real Juneau problems in real time.
And then I can talk to you and have a conversation with you, and I can ask the questions that need to be asked. I can give you the input that needs to be given. Yeah, I do like live calls, but I'm going to try, and like I said, we just got to go through a little learning process, and I'll try to have a product that is just fun for everybody to listen and participate with.
I don't doubt that one bit, Wade. Well, I hope that the new owners and the other staff and managers and everything are listening, that, you know, I'm really disappointed with these decisions. I know a lot of Juneauites are. So as much as I, wish you farewell, to Problem Corner as we know it, I hope that they reconsider some of these options and listen to the locals to what they think of these options and they think of these changes.
Well, hey, great to hear your voice, ma'am. You take care.
Absolutely. Have a great one.
We'll see ya. All right. And on that, I'm going to go ahead and take the ABC News break. I'll be right back with more Problem Corner on KINY. Welcome back to Problem Corner. Give me a shout here, 586-1800. 586-1800, and that'll get you live and on the air here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade, it's Cowboy from Rangoon.
Cowboy, what's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. Just calling, let you guys know. I'm going to miss having you guys on Problem Corner and listening to you there. You did a great job. And a few years back, my mom used to always call and every now and then share a Bible verse with the people there. Unfortunately, she passed. But just going to miss having Problem Corner there, and looking forward to when you come to Rangoon to celebrate your birthday.
You know what? That's an excellent idea. I should probably do that.
Well, you take care now.
All right, Cowboy. Good to hear from you, buddy. I do really appreciate hearing from some of these long-lost voices that haven't called in a little while. 586-1800. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have two Hancock 215 60R16 snow tires for sale.
They got studs on them?
Yeah.
You got a pair of them, you said?
Two of them. Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's the phone number if somebody needs a pair of 16-inch 60 studded tires? I really appreciate this more than you know. The joke about Problem Corner is that it used to be used mattresses and used tires. And so we've gone quite a bit away from that. But for you to give me one more tire to sell just completed this week. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. When you call that number, you can leave a message and you'll get a call back.
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell them.
Right.
Thank you very much. For the last time, 215-60 R16 studded tires. She's got a pair of them. How many used tires do you think we've sold on Problem Corner over the years? That's a good question. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I really think that taking Problem Corner off is a mistake. I think that a lot of people really appreciate Alaska community news, and there's no real way to get that. And I remember when Dano was doing Problem Corner, there would be call-ins from different communities or the mayor of Skagway and talking about that part. I think the value of that far exceeds robo music and that repetitive stuff. I tend to turn those off as soon as they come on, and I think that Alaska has unique ways to share public information, and your question and answer stuff has been very informative and helpful to understand what's going on. The Empire and one reporter can't cover all the things that are happening in town, and you have unique insights, and I think other people have unique insights going back to Dennis Egan and Uncle Fats. I remember when he was on the program many years ago.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've heard that name, yes. before Wee Willie something.
Yeah.
All right.
Warren Wiley. But anyway, I think the value of Problem Corner is far greater than what they may be thinking if they aren't from Alaska, and also the way to share that kind of local information and regional information. There's no other way to do it in Southeast Alaska. So I tune in on the radio every morning at 11 because that's what I want to hear. It's regional music. By the time I've heard Adele the second time on the Robo music, I just turn it off. So.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for calling and giving us a shout. And, sir, it's been good to work with you over the years.
Great to hear you. Keep up the good work. Somewhere.
I do still have like a job or two. I don't know if anybody was aware of that. I do have one or two other responsibilities, so I'll get there. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hey, Wade, do you know what day it is?
Friday the 2nd of February.
It's also Groundhog Day.
That it is. Oh, that's right.
Okay, so you cannot end this show on Groundhog Day. That's like immoral, unethical, and not very nice.
I will let the bosses know. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks a lot for the shout. So, Groundhog's Day, I heard the Alaskan groundhog did see his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter. Yeah, it's all Alaskanized. But the down south, was it the Kentucky Puxatawny Phil or something, did not see his shadow. So they're talking about an early spring in the lower 48.
Hey.
Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Oh, hey, Wade. Hey, Poopy Pants, my favorite town crier, my favorite tick-turd. Hey, what the hell of it? They can't end Problem Corner. You crazy? It's part of history.
Yes, sir. That's why we were coming up with an alternative method for me to deliver the Problem Corner show.
Yeah, I hope they come up with one because, I'm going to miss redial and cussing at my phone. And hey, guys, put that.
It'll make it real easy. Now you'll be able to leave me a message, and I'll make sure that I advertise and get that phone message number out there for you. And I'll be able to do a Saturday morning Problem Corner that everybody can listen to.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first time I ever called Problem Corner was back in the early 80s, and
they had telephones back then? What? No, I'm just...
that one where you really spin the dial or whatever. Remember those days?
Oh, I've used a rotary phone, yeah.
Yeah, I was selling a weightlifting machine, and Dennis Egan answered my call, and I'll never forget, as soon as I got off the phone, he's like, yeah, I don't like those things. They're too much work, aren't they? And I'm like, hey, it's cutting down my weight machine. It's like, man. But, I grew up in the village, and back then, our Problem Corner was a bulletin board down the middle of town.
Yeah, the radio made it easier.
Yeah, we had to communicate. There's the birthdays, there's the emergencies, there's I have to get a hold of a family member. It's an emergency. There's just a whole bunch of things, and. Sales are going to go way down at Salvation Army because, Charles Wheaton, where's he going to sell all his stuff that he buys at Salvation Army?
All right. Hey, well, thanks a lot for that, buddy. It's good to hear from you on the last day.
Yeah. Darn it. I hope it doesn't go away. And last thing I want to say is Hakuna Matata, say la vie, vaya con Dios. Have a great day.
And I was waiting for that ending. One more here, and then I got to take a real quick break. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Thanks. Hey, I'll make it quick because people are trying to get on these last few minutes of a 70-year run. And I guess this is your swan song. And I have to repeat how much we commend everybody involved for this. And I see this as some very important features of this thing is that it binds our region together with outlying communities, and also more or less the public square, similar to that. It's reminiscent of that Boston or Philadelphia with Samuel Adams and Nathan Hale and the sorts. This is a thing where people, common folks, can speak to the public with issues, whether they agree or disagree. And that's what's truly American about this whole process. And if it doesn't come back in some form or another, Wade, I'm just not sure if I can bear it. Thank you so much.
Well, sir, I've got good news for you. It's going to come back in some type of version that you'll be able to listen to, actually a little bit more conveniently than just 11 to noon. You'll be able to listen to it at your convenience.
As a final note, it's a privilege for me to be able to speak on something that ran for the last few minutes of something that ran for 70 years. And I remember my mom listening to Wee Willie Wally back in the early 70s.
Wee Willie Wally,
program.
that was the name, yes.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
his name was Bill Wally, but he copped that moniker. But anyway, let some other people talk because there's a few minutes left after this run. Thank you.
All right, you take care, sir. I'm literally only going to take 1 minute for this break.
More Problem Corner next.
All right, welcome back to Problem Corner. Oh, no, I lost that call. Good morning, welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yes, good morning. I just want to say it's been a good run listening to your Problem Corner whenever I do. I hope that it does come back. Smaller communities really do enjoy Problem Corner, and just I won't take up your time. Just want to say thank you for all that you guys have all done. Thank you.
You are welcome, sir. I'm glad I got to talk to you one last time. Chiana says, thanks for hosting the show. Best host we could ask for. Thank you for that. I've been listening to the show since I was a kid. Now in my 20s, it'll be sad to see it end, but you deserve all your happiness and more. Well, thank you for those very kind words. Justin, also, Wade, thanks for all the time you spent at Problem Corner. You should do a podcast. Justin, podcasting is in my future. I do believe that. Oh, shoot. You know what? The only thing I'm not going to miss about Problem Corner is this phone thing. No matter the size of the hammer, I could not get it to work perfect every time, but I won't have to hit it with a hammer next time. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say thank you for all your years of Problem Corner and getting the message and out to everybody all over Alaska that gets the Problem Corner. And thank you for everything. We're going to miss it. I hope they consider bringing it back some way, somehow, somewhere. Anyhow, thank you for everything. Happy birthday to everybody for the rest of the summer because I ain't going to be able to call. Happy anniversary to everybody that ain't going to call. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
All right, you as well. So we are going to have a Problem Corner podcast. February 17th, I believe, will be the first one. Yeah, we'll get there. I know it's sad to see things change, and very rarely is change welcome with open arms, but we're moving forward. Walter says, what? No more Harvest Gold appliances? I know, right? I'll be bummed about those too. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
What's up?
What's up? Oh, man, I'm so
Hey.
glad you got in one more time. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I'd like to thank Problem Corner also. I sold my very last item.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I don't need to be calling Problem Corner anymore. I sold everything.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And we solved every problem. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of all of the problems that we have solved. I'm going to take a minute with you. We have tackled trash. We've tackled snow removal. What other types of things? Like, we found the answers.
You did a great job.
Well, thank you for that, sir.
Well, I'd say see you tomorrow, Monday, but I guess you won't be around.
Saturday, the 17th, 9 a.m., you'll be able to listen to the new version of Problem Corner.
Yeah, I'm busy then, too, so.
All right. Well, we'll
But,
try.
yeah,
And then
I
you
have
can,
nothing.
and so we'll give instructions, so then you could, like, pick the day you want.
Okay, buddy, will do.
Hey, you take care. Jill, tell Soapy I said hello. They don't want Problem Corner to go away. I'm so sorry. but it is. Thanks for all your attention to this concern, and Wade, thanks for all your efforts. Jill, take care. It's good to talk to you. And again, like the phone did not want to grab the call. Give me a shout back, and maybe, just maybe, this phone system will take your call. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to repeat what that gentleman said about, Problem Corner and going off the air and everything and trying to new owners from down south. What works down south doesn't work for Alaska. And it's sad that they're getting rid of Problem Corner and we won't be able to listen to it daily. So,
yes, sir, I do know that.
All right, Wade, you have a great day.
You have a great day as well. I'm going to keep rolling here. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Wade, how's it going, my friend? I made it. Took me 97 calls.
Is that all? Oh, no.
Just
hey,
97.
Thank you. Just 97. Is that a record of trying to get on Problem? 97 calls? I got you from
yeah,
our very last
is.
show, buddy. What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to tell you you were worth 97 calls. And on Problem Corner, there are no problems, just solutions that we have yet to discover.
Absolutely.
And that is what is going to happen with the next chapter in this entire situation. And I know you're going to rock it, man. Have an amazing journey. Appreciate you and Problem Corner for well north of 20 years. And it's going to happen. I have great confidence in you. Whether it's with this company or with another company, it's going to be fantastic, and I've really appreciated listening to you. Thanks for all your help.
All right. Hey, thanks for the kind calls. You take care, sir.
All right, you too.
Oh, man. I'm not liking this. I was okay until we're at the last 4 minutes of the show. Now I'm a little shaky. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
How fitting is it that I get to be one of the last ones on the radio?
Oh, my God, it is you. It's the bike doctor himself, my good old business partner, Ken. What's going on, buddy?
Well, I'm still in the Southeast, but I'm in Southeast Florida, calling from sunny Key Largo, and just wanted to call in and kind of congratulate you on a long run here. And I've been listening today and heard the news about this podcast thing. And to me, you might be old enough, maybe not, to remember Old Coke, New Coke.
Oh, man, and they got rid of New Coke really fast.
Remember how much of a disaster marketing-wise that was for Coca-Cola?
Oh, yeah.
I really think, from somebody who is an advertiser on the radio station, I really think this is probably one of the worst decisions. And I used to work there at the station. I've been around for some bad decisions. But I just think this one is so short-sighted. I like the idea of doing a podcast, but it's just like New Coke was not the same. It's just not going to be the same. It won't have that, Like, I've been on vacation for a while here, but I can listen in every day and find out kind of what's going on, find somebody to move snow from my yard. Thank you, by the way, for taking care of the snow plowing while I'm gone.
Oh, no, glad to, man. Glad to.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I am glad to have you as one of the last callers of the show today. Enjoy the last bit of your rest and relaxation, and when you come back to town, I think I might be a little more relaxed.
There you go.
All right.
Alrighty. We'll
Love
see
you,
ya.
buddy. Take care, sir. We'll talk to you real soon. That's Ken, everybody. If every person that goes into business and gets a business partner can end up with somebody as good as Ken Hill, you are going to be just fine. That guy's a dynamo. Good morning. Welcome to Problem Corner. You're live and on the air.
Yeah, thanks, Wade, and thanks for your service. I appreciated the show all these years. I'm going to really miss it.
I'm going to miss it too, sir.
I do have a couple of things to talk about, though. One is I've still got a 10-gallon and a 15-gallon aquarium with gravel and motors and covers and all that stuff. They haven't been used for a while, but they're free. And my number is 907-463-5880.
5880, the aquarium with all the fixins.
Yep. And the other thing is I have two boys in high school, and they're doing the survey for the school thing.
Yep.
And the one comment they had is that they're planning on putting the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders as one option into JD High School. So their thought was they're taking all the kids that can drive and go to school in cars, and they're putting them where there's no parking.
Yeah, no, they came up with some pretty dumb answers immediately, and so that's why we're going to have more discussion, so that way we don't do dumb things like make the high school where you have student drivers that need a parking lot be in downtown where there's no parking lot, but then a perfectly good high school that has ample parking we're not going to use as a high school. So there's a couple of dumb things out there right now.
That was their comment. The other thing is they said I can't complain about Problem Corner being on a podcast, but they'll tell me what a podcast is later.
Exactly. One day I'll learn what a podcast is because I'm supposed to do one. I think it's a recording, and it'll be like 20, 30 minutes or maybe the whole hour for Problem Corner. I'll learn. Don't worry. I usually maybe I'll pull these things off.
So is the Saturday program actually going to be a live call-in or just emails? And
it looks like it's going to be emails and recordings for right now, but let's figure it out and go from there.
Okay. Well, once again, Wade, thank you very much for your service. I know that a few times we've been at odds, but I really appreciated the show and hearing what's going on in the city. So thanks again and good luck.
And I'll see what I can do to keep that going. Kim says, hey, Wade, thanks for the memories. If not for you and your program, I might not have started listening to radio. It's wonderful news. The new management's trying to compromise and allow you to continue doing it for at least once a week. A great idea. Look forward to the new format and expect great things. Best of luck. P.S. How do we convince all other listeners that change can be a good thing? Well, change starts now. And the people that are successful in life are the ones that can embrace change and go with it. And I find when I resist change, it just makes things harder. And so, let's just go forward together. And you can still reach out to me. You can still find me on the assembly. You know where I work. While this might be the end of Problem Corner, it is just the beginning of whatever we choose to do next. So remember, first, I love each and every one of you. You have shaped my life. You have helped me grow. I hope that you've grown with me. And I look forward to seeing you out in the community. And for the final time, if you learned nothing more from me, just remember that there are no such thing as problems, just solutions we've yet to discover. I love you all very much, and I will miss you. I'm Wade, and I'm out of here. Got to hit the button, too.